Y'all know what it is. MZ Talks Boxing.
Let me make this abundantly clear. We talk about boxing here. My opinion is winning, but if you ain't feeling the good on your boxing, yeah. This mental headshot sting. So do these body blows that I bring. You wanted the big step to the ring. Let's go to the toe to the final bell ring. MZ Talks Boxing. Yeah.
Well. I had a little technical difficulties, but I think we got it. I think we live now. I'm pretty sure of it. So what we're going to do is get things opened up like we're supposed to so we can start kicking with the family. I don't know what I was thinking about just then, but yeah, we good now. We good. We can go ahead and do what we do. Get ready to wait for the family to start falling up in here so we can do it the way we do it. And I'm guessing one of the best ways to do it is, let me see if I can't go find something for us to mess around with. Get our jam on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Great weekend of boxing it was. A great weekend of boxing. Can't nobody deny that. Shakur did what he was supposed to do. Serrano and Taylor did put on a great show. Franchon Discern Cruz put on a great show. It was just overall great boxing all around. But yeah, let me go ahead. There we go. Let me see if I see share this. Shoo doo 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 la da 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 da. Yeah. All right. Y'all know what it is. We here MZ Talks Boxing Musically Zone for those of y'all who want to say it the long way. But yeah, we finna have a great time. We finna do our Spence Crawford thing, because y'all know I can't let it go. I'm petty. I'm going to be petty like that. I'm not going to disrespect Crawford or any of his fans, but we are going to have some great banter here. Started it off over there on Marlowe's Corner yesterday. Yeah, I was being petty, messing with everybody that I'm supposed to be messing with. Oh, snap. I didn't put the link in. Social Scientism came up in the house. Let me go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do. My bad, Social. My bad. I'm tripping today. Yeah, I'm moving slow. I don't get it. But bam, there you go. All's well that ends well. Go ahead and bring it in. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I had to run and grab me some of the fruits off of the vine. Y'all know how it is. Had to go and get some of that. So give me some Stella Rosa. It's one of those kind of days I'm going to have to pour me a glass of Stella Rosa while I roll me up this blunt and get ready to drop a little music. While, as y'all know, I like to do, let my family start to fall in, and we're going to chop it up. We're going to chop it up big time. But I guess I'll go ahead and hit y'all with a little bit of that yo coming from the track Titans. I'll go ahead and hit y'all with that real quick. Well, I get myself a little more situated and adjusted to the situation. I'm going to go ahead and hit you one more time, or should I say for the first time, with the track known as Yo Cypher. Here we go.
Yo, 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 yo. When it comes to my lyrical thesis, don't be facetious. Calculate what you're going to say, aka speeches. You can play this message for everyone that it reaches. I snatch the pits from their cores, leaving you with spineless peaches. I drop landmines like storming no many beaches. Wait while you recover, attack you while at your weakest. You a hypocrite like a sinner who always preaches. Talking about the Lord, but you really don't know who he is. We is judge and jury, fuck what your plea is. Stand trial, but C4 planet right where your feet is. Click the button, kaboom, blow you to little pieces. Have the courtroom smelling like burnt flesh and pieces. Jesus, order in court, judge Charlo and recess. Trying to understand if you witness the shit that we just. Your people upset cause that shit was kind of egregious. I've been over the top ever since I was just a fetus. Yo,
Yo, yo, yo, yo, yo, yo, yo, yo. I hear it, baby, practicing to spit it automatic. Understanding ain't no practicing when you already got it. Who they claiming that they better if you writing than it's no. If they 21 plus, they gon' finally let it go. Damn, Z, always understand this for the family. These niggas out here weak, ain't no way that they can stand me. The plan B, always recognize and never hesitate. You listen to the track, hoping the rhyme and hear detonate.
I am Michael Myers to every MC. I am Halloween. Texas Chainsaw in the cipher, leaving cerebellum and spleen the predator. You ain't ready for what I'm ready for. It's whatever, bro. Rest in peace to my competitors. Live from the gas chamber, my mind's so fucking tangled. Take one of these fucking rappers, hang them high and watch them dangle. Cut the fucking rope, and if you twist it, he get strangled. I control the MIC, and you can't fuck with me. No, not likely. Do not give a fuck if you don't like me. This is strictly for my niggas like 2-3-AC. I'm colder than the polar vortex, chilling in the AC. Mr. Freeze to my foes, that means you can't freeze what's already froze. I got some good gas, that's strong, smoking by the whole zone. I'm so fucking high, I go sit on top of the ozone. These boys sounding whack as hell. Dr. Seuss, rhyme form, I form Voltron. Yeah, it's on jamming cyphers here. Hits from the bone, taking hits from the book. Driving optimistic, crime jumping out, dumping shots out, Megatron. Next time you speak, like speak, oh, pussy bitch, use the clone. I hit the clone, line like category 10, cyclone, cause cataclysmic event, board up your home, pyroclastic flow, no warning shots, it's on, kill shot straight to the dome, yeah, I'm on my Snoop Dogg, block, climb to the ball, stay back, way back, call the hands, man, chemical spill on the track, bust the gas and anthrax, yeah, we came to party, leave the whole team, ransack, track tight, run that, back.
Creeping on the low. It's that M-Y-S-T-R-O. That our cars don't wreck the damn show. Now all I gotta do is shut the fucking door. Chillin', reclining on the scene. I be coolin', they say I'm looking mean. I ain't trippin', I'm just trying to see the green. We having fun and we fulfilling all our dreams. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo.
Man, y'all know what it is. Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. I'm your host, MZ, and we're going to talk about it. First of all, let me throw out the disclaimers right now. If I say something that might get a little bit up under your skin, my bad. But then again, the fight that we all been waiting for is up on us. And y'all know how I am. I'm petty. I'm going to have to have my little banter between my brothers and my sisters on the other side of the fence. You know, the thin line that goes between us that separate Team Spence and Team Crawford. D-Lo 4 boxing. What's up, bro? Salute. Glad to see you made it through. I'm just laying down the ground rules and the groundwork, letting people know that I'm going to be petty all the way up until the fight or until they say it ain't happening. And I don't think they going to say it ain't happening. So everybody might as well go ahead and put their hard hats on and be prepared for me to try to aggravate and agitate. But I'm doing it out of a place of love. Now, anybody looking to join in and do their thing, come on in. You got the link in there. Y'all know how I go. I'm looking for 2 Crawford fans. 2. 3 if you want to bring 3, 4, however many you got. Bring them. Bring them. Bring them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Bring them. Because y'all know I'm going to stand here and I'm going to represent for Team Spence all day, every day. But anyway, I want to go ahead and start off by saying great show by Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Those ladies put on a slobber knocker. I'm going to use the word slobber knocker, old WWE. Was it WWF now? Haven't watched wrestling in so long. But it was a hell of a show. I mean, they was going back and forth at it. Serrano had pieced up Taylor a few times, and Taylor showed her moving around the ring, and she was sniping Serrano from time to time while Serrano was trying to hunt her down. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. Once I got a chance to go back and look at it a little more in depth, it was not like what people were trying to make it seem like, because people were like, man, she beating the brakes off of Katie Taylor. She got Katie Taylor looking raggedy like a scarecrow or something. But I didn't really see it like that. So I'm going to have to say both of those ladies put on a great showing, and I appreciated it every bit. D-Lo got something going. He said, what's good, fam? You know, it's always great and good to hear from you, bro. And then he comes back door and he says, oh, shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of banner and ribbon or whatever that adds to the excitement and anticipation. Exactamundo. And you better believe I'm going to be trying to rib the hell out of somebody, banter the hell out of somebody, excite them, have them anticipate the fact that Bud going to go to sleep once him and Earl the True Spence fall into the ring. I spoke to Pecos Bill the other day, and he told me without a doubt that Oil the True Spence Jr. is going to take care of his business over Terrence the Bud Crawford. Now, I don't know how you might see it, but I have to ride with my boy Pecos. As I was saying, y'all know I gave kudos to Jake Paul yesterday because the young man just seemed to be a fresh air in boxing. I wish the other promoters would go ahead and show the same kind of exuberance and excitement that he has for his fighters. I wish they would do the same thing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and give him the correct introduction because I sense that there was a little hostility going on against this young man yesterday. The first Champ Ross champion out of the Marlowe's Corner family, Trey X, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, my brother. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. What's up, OG? Hey, I'm gonna have to get off and come back on. I gotta go to my settings real quick because my screen gonna keep on turning off. So I'll be right back.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Now, where was I? Yes, I was saying that if let me just go ahead and jump right into it. Now, I don't know if anybody has seen that Top Ranks. What's the old Bob Arum is now trying, from what I've been seeing, that he's going to try to push the new young man. What's the new young man that had to fight on the undercard the other day, Trey? Slim guy. I think he 135 pounder.
Keyshawn Davis?
Yes. It's being said that Bob Arum is saying that he wants to set a fight up with Devin Haney and him if Lomachenko isn't available.
He really said that?
I've been seeing pictures of him. You know how they do. I've been trying to look to see if I can find it. I haven't quite been able to find anything of concrete yet. So I was asking you might have anything flown across your desk sounding the same on that.
No, I haven't heard nothing about that. That'll be very surprising. Keyshawn only got about 5 fights.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't think they want to try to throw him in there that fast, but you never know with Bob Arum. But
they might have some belief in him, though. I mean, they got the deep amateur background. The guy got some great amateur wins. I was just talking about this guy named Eleanor Obrego that he had went out there and pieced off, a decorated amateur. He beat Sofiami Umiha, a silver medalist, you know what I'm saying? And then as a pro, all of his fights so far have been against fighters with winning records. Most of the time when you got them young fighters like that, they be fighting guys with losing records or fighting people that's 500. Every one of his opponents that had a winning record, and his last opponent was 18-1. So that's very good for a fighter with only 5 fights. You fighting somebody that's 18-1 already. You know what I'm saying?
The guy that he just beat up was 18-1.
Yeah.
Oh, he handled that dude like that dude was a up and comer, like for real.
But did you hear his post fight interview?
No, I didn't stick around for his post fight interview because I was in the kitchen trying to get food.
He gave his opponent a lot of credit, and he said that he had some things that made him working have to think a little bit in there. And I had said the same thing when I called the fight, because his opponent had a little bob and weave, had a few tricks, and I was like, yeah, he doing enough to make Keyshawn have to think. But what's good was that he did think, he figured it out, and he did what he had to do to get him out of there. Like once he figured him out, it was devastating.
He seems strong too. I won't take that from him. He seems like he's strong, and I can see some of the remnants of him working with Crawford. I can see some of that, unless I was just looking at him too hard. But I've seen a few things that I've seen Crawford do that he does. He pivots to do well. He turns the guys pretty well, and he's long and rangy.
Well, one thing that I like about him is that he's another one of them world beater type guys that we talk about. The only thing is he didn't get a chance to win the championship. Well, he got a chance, but he didn't win the championship fight because he was going against Andy Cruz. To be real, I've been thinking about this fighter a little bit, and I think he has an opportunity to be better than Shakur, because like the road that he's been on as a fighter has been tougher than Shakur. Like the type of opponents that he was fighting in the Olympics and stuff like that, those were way better fighters than what Shakur was fighting against. Shakur, he fought against I'm trying to think of this Cuban name, man. Robiisi Ramirez. And he's straight. He a 2-time gold medalist and stuff like that. He a good fighter, but he ain't no Andy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn was fighting against killers in the amateurs. And just looking at him as a pro, how fast he developing. I love the way he go to the body. That's some pro style. You see how he be going to the left with that left hook?
He was digging in good with that left hook. He was digging in great. Salute to you, big bro. Ernest Davis in the house, a.k.a. Maestro.
Salute, OG.
Well, you know me, like I've been telling everybody. I'm gonna rev everybody all the way up until the fight. Canelo, I am sad for Oscar Valdez. I'm starting to think that Eddie Reynoso, he might be a good trainer, but he's one of those guys that's looking like, to me, he just, Canelo fell in his lap, and he's been with Canelo for a minute. I hope he can right his ship, because right now they're taking losses, and I'm smelling the loss coming up against Bivol this weekend.
Well, the one thing about them, like they kind of take bits and pieces from different people, because like he wasn't training Canelo the way he's being trained now 10 years ago or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like when he fought he fought one way, then he fought against Mayweather and he lost, and he made an adjustment to his style. So then he started fighting that way. Then he fought against Triple G and got a draw. So he changed his style again. And now he been winning, so he ain't changed his style. You know what I'm saying? So them motherfuckers learning on the job. So, yeah, maybe with Oscar Valdez, maybe he'll be able to make an adjustment and help Valdez after taking a loss like that. But I don't really look at Reynoso as just some kind of hell of a trainer. I look at him as like a sponge. Like he looking around the game and he seeing what works, and he implementing that shit in his own training.
Yeah, he's stealing bits and pieces. Like I would say a student of the game should do, trying to be a good trainer. That's what you would expect him to do, is to try to keep evolving his fighters. But as far as evolving that much, yeah, he evolved Canelo a little bit, but then on the same note, shit, I just lost my thought. I got the Trayitis tonight. Master Rod has stepped into the building. What's up, my brother?
Master Rod,
what's going on,
bro?
man?
Salute,
Hey,
OG.
what's going on, man?
What's
All
up
right,
with
man. I just want to apologize for being late, man, because I've been running around here. I was in the kitchen, man.
I gotta go in a minute. Don't even worry about it, OG.
Oh man.
Yeah, Trey X Bone got diabetes tonight.
I got to go to the kitchen to go get me a snack. I ain't really just got to the house. I just wanted to jump on and let Pecos Bill know he had some backup tonight. He ain't got to worry about being up here by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I ain't afraid though, cause I'm here to talk shit for Vince.
Hey, you know what? I was just saying that about him today. I forgot who I was talking to, and I was like, man, you know, LZ, he the man.
No,
For real.
I'm just a man.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm saying it in the instance, man. Like I say, I want to say that I appreciate you bringing me on the team as you did, and these last while, because we've been doing this for about a year, maybe or something like that, and I just want to say thank you, man.
All right, no problem.
You know, hey,
Let me jump on D-Lo real quick.
Okay.
He says, I have utmost confidence that Eddie can help Valdez the same way he helped Canelo the most in the matchmaking department. Thanks, D-Lo. You brought me back to the point that I was about to go to. I was going to say, yeah, he helped Canelo get things straight, but his opponents that they've been picking has been pretty much tailored to the new way that Canelo has been fighting, because he hasn't had to change anymore with that as far as things go. But like I say, I'm waiting for this weekend, because I believe that Bivol is going to work the jab, and he's going to end up getting through that high guard that Canelo uses, and he's going to go around it. He's going to go around the high guard. He's going to use his feet. He's going to use his defense. And I believe I said that he's going to drop Canelo. I know I said he's going to sleep Canelo, but I think he can drop Canelo. And I think he's going to beat Canelo. I think he's going to drive Canelo to a hard fight. At least this is what I'm hoping for. This is what I'm saying. Hell, I put a $20 bet on this with Gil Coles. The proceedings go to Marlowe's corner. So
I definitely appreciate y'all. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, I got to put this out there, OG. There is one thing that I think Bivol might be missing. And I just discovered it. The fucking uppercut, bro. When you got the high guard fighter, you want to come around it with the looping shots, but you also want to come up the middle, come underneath with your uppercuts. That was what was missing for Butayev when he fought against Stanionis. Stanionis was a high guard fighter, and he was in Butayev's chest. Butayev kept on coming. Hey, somebody go on mute if y'all. I can't come over here telling y'all what to do.
That's
man.
That's bro. Go ahead.
It would help if you go on mute. But look, like when Stanionis, when Butayev fought Stanionis, he kept on trying to come around the guard and come over the top. But the way that Stanionis was positioning his head, he couldn't land clean. And what would have been better is for him to come up the middle. Like once they adjusted you coming over the top and coming around the guard, come up the middle on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Stafford liked to say. And he didn't do that. And that cost him the fight. I hope that Bivol is going to be smart enough to incorporate the uppercut as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't just throw the looping shots. We got to come back with the uppercut. I also think about George Foreman when he knocked out, I want to say he knocked out Joe Frazier with that type of combination. Like he threw the foe and made him open up his guard, and he came right up the middle with that uppercut. It was like a 4-6 combination. And Bivol going to have to mix some of that in too, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's a smart fighter. I think he you know, he got so much experience. He's been in the ring with so many different styles and shit. I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to see that, man. So hopefully go out there and hold it down. But either way, I still know Canelo got his hands full. Even if the motherfucker go out there and just use that 1-4 combination, come back with the 3, I think that Canelo got problems.
I agree with you 100%. Gil Cole say, MZ, I might need a candle or 2 on top of that $20 bet, OG. Oh, so now you want to push the deal up to $45. I feel you. Bruce, boxing, jazz, and more. Salute my brother at Musically Zone Talks Boxing. What's up, Bruce Gold?
What's going on, Bruce Gold?
Saad Muhammad today. Earlier, I was checking him out, and I was listening to the backstory about Saad Muhammad and how his family, how he was dead. You know how they left
abandoned. They left him at the damn park.
That was crazy. I was like, wow, but for him to turn into a great boxer like he did, you know, turn his life around like that was something great. And to speak on Bivol, bro, I was checking him out, and one of the things that I've seen him practicing on Ellie setback. Ellie be good. He be in everybody's camp, seem like. But he was showing Bivol. Bivol is working on the uppercut. He was showing that he had been working on the uppercut from the footage that I had seen him using. So maybe he's aware of the fact that he might need to be reliant or have that uppercut ready to go against Canelo.
Okay, that's a good sign then.
Yeah,
we gonna see.
Good sign.
Hey, I ain't changing up, man. Everybody done had their time. Marlo had his time with Billy Joe Saunders. He was saying he was gonna win. He went out there and got beat. You had your time with Caleb Plant. Marlo was sprinkled in there too with the Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Now here go my time with the Biff. Goddamn, this my time in line. Goddamn,
I feel you. But I'm riding with Bibble too. I can't say Caleb pulled the wool over my eyes, because you hit me with the news about his gas tank almost at the 11th hour, where it was almost just too late for me to go ahead and make my change. So
I was saying that the whole time, OG. Don't even try that, man. The whole time I was saying Caleb Plant ain't got the gas tank because Uzgatagi was on his ass in the second half of that fight. I told you that.
you did tell me I was just being hard-headed. I ain't gonna even try.
I told him at the 11th hour, OG,
my clock was early. You know what I'm saying? My clock was fast. That's what it was.
Oh, wow.
My clock was fast, so I figured that it was going like that. You know what I'm saying? But he did let me down. Other than that, I really felt like he could have won that fight if he had ran out of gas. But he did. So what can I? Oh no! Wait a minute! Big bro, no, you didn't just do me like this. So Maestro say I'm riding with Canelo.
Hey man, that's a smart pick. I mean, this shit is on the zone. Favors win on the zone, man. The odds are that Canelo is gonna come out of here with a win by hook or by crook. That's what I like to say, by hook or by crook. But I just think Bivol got enough to put pause on.
Yeah, man.
Hey, somebody background is crazy right now.
King Kings, what's up?
Salute. How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
He coming in here sounding all reserved and everything. That's not how it's supposed to be tonight.
Hey man, I've been watching the film study, over Bivol, but I realized, what I'm saying, I had discovered that, this guy doesn't have an uppercut. That's gonna be very bullshit.
I'm about to say this nigga King of Kings are boy beef.
I'm about to say
you was getting ready to set that up, wasn't you?
And man, it's all good. Now, I'm just chilling today, man. Feel me? It's all good.
So
no, I'm not feeling it. First of all, my big brother then came in here and made a pick, screaming Canelo. Then gonna throw up there exactly. I'm just shook all up right now. Let me light my blunt and swallow down some of these grapes from the vine and see if I can get my mind right.
That pick right there is going to make it why Trey X stays right behind me for another week. So it is what it is, bro.
Hey, bro, it's all good, brother. Hey, when you already done won, you can take a few chances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was against weaker opposition. That was during your like your Bud Crawford days, man. Now you in here with the Sharks, the big fish.
Hey, bro.
You already
get him, choke him out.
A championship is a championship, my brother.
And I can say that there's only one champion on this panel right now that has come from Cham Ross.
And I will say that I'm the one that put us on the map on the Cham Ross.
That's right.
That is true.
You can't forget about that. I paved the way for you, my brother.
That's true, man.
Put some respect on the X-Man. Put some respect on it.
You right. I guess I need some. Sometimes you need the fullback to block. Come on, just run on through.
Yeah, I paid the way, nigga. So go ahead and do what you got to do. Don't let me down now. You know what I'm saying?
I seen these cats sizing each other up, man. Because y'all been convincing. I want to go for Bivol so bad, man. I want to make that pick. I think if I wasn't on the Champ Ross and victory was my only mindset right now, I probably would pick Bivol. But nah, man, I got to get it done. I got to get into that this week. I can't do it. can't do it. Because even if he wins, there's gonna be some split decision. Like I said, he either got to knock him out. If somehow he gets the automatically, we all know one of those judges. It don't matter what happens in that fight. He gonna pick Canelo? He gonna say 118 to 110? Like, wait, Canelo got knocked down and everything. What the fuck? So that's one judge. So he got to get the other two.
Well, you going. I mean, it makes sense what you're saying, bro. You pretty much saying that Canelo got two ways to win, and Bivol got one way to win. Anytime you're doing some gambling or something like that, if it's 3 balls in a bag, you want 2 of the balls. You don't want the other motherfucker having 2 and you got 1. Canelo, he can go out there and win legitimately, or he can go out there and win by robbery. So it is what it is. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I hate that, man, because y'all know I don't even like Canelo, man. I got no love lost for this motherfucker, but I understand boxing, and I understand there'd be some bullshit going on. And that's what, hey, you know what, to be honest, that might be one of the reasons why, you know, I really like the Earl Spence types and the Wilder, because they can eliminate the fuckery. I can just put you out the game. We ain't got to worry about no fucking how you count the score. You know what I mean? So like that'd be a huge part of it, because like I said, I could see, you know, I watched a lot of Bivol fights today, and like you said, you know, Trex, you is right for and you know, Canelo's a sucker for the uppercut. You can hit him with the uppercut from some distance. It's not like you have to be up on him to hit it. You know, Floyd did it with, you know, split his guard with the jab, hit him with the uppercut.
double jab, right uppercut, right up the middle on his ass.
Yeah, he looking like a kid dispenser.
Yep. Yeah. And there was nothing he could do about it. But until you said that you didn't, Bivol, you haven't seen him have that tool. And if he working on it now, that ain't good enough. Like, that's something you have to have been doing. So
not necessarily, bro. Cause like Mayweather didn't use the uppercut every fight. He pulled it out the tool bag when he needed it. You know what I'm saying? Up until this point, Bivol been fighting tall fighters, bro. Like his last fight, he fought a motherfucker that was 6'3". Before then, he fought Spider Richards, and they got him listed at like 6 foot or something. But he looked every bit of 6'2" or 6'3" to me. So you ain't really looking for the uppercut against somebody like that. This is the first time that Bivol fighting somebody that's like 5'8" or 5'7". So that's one reason why I think that he got a chance to beat him. I think that Canelo is tailor-made for him. That's why I think that he's gonna go out there and beat him. You know,
so we're gonna know what's going. We're gonna know the results of that fight by the 4th round.
Hey, at some point, the way it go in boxing, you will have a little man that come through and wreck shop, but at some point, a lot of time they get their ass beat. Like they go barking up the wrong tree. At some point, they get their ass beat a lot of times. Like Mike Tyson. You going out here whooping all these 6'4" motherfuckers. One of them dudes gonna catch up to you at some point. Canelo keep on. We done got conditioned to seeing him going up fighting bigger men. Oh, but he did it against Kovalev, so you know this is just gonna be another one of them fights. But this ain't Kovalev.
Yeah,
that's
right.
This is
he
a
ain't
fight
been in the category. If you should even mention Bivol's name in that, because that shit, that's not even. Look, I believe that fighters get wear and tear. So there's a huge difference between that Kell Brook I seen Bud knock out and that Kell Brook I seen fight Sean Porter. It's like there is wear and tear on a fighter. And that Kovalev that we seen fight Canelo is not the one that I saw fighting Andre Ward and fucking Bernard Hopkins. Not the same dude. You know what I mean? So even him fighting Yard, he was in a better position in that fight. So
see, that was a hard fight though.
That's what I'm saying. Then he has to go on short notice and go into the Canelo fight. So not only did you take a man that was aged and wore down, you took him off a fresh brawl, and then you knocked him out. That's why I don't think the knockout was fake. I think Kovalev just didn't have nothing in the tank, and he just like fuck it, and he got knocked out.
And see, then my thing is too, like with somebody background is crazy. OG, I ain't gonna even lie, man. It's kind of hard.
I'm quiet. Mine on mute.
Yeah, I have mine on mute every time I stop talking.
That might be you then, Master Rob, man.
It's not like you got a daycare over there or something, bro. Doing.
But I was gonna say, like, Canelo, he done fought like some close fights with some people that I feel like would be underdogs against Bivol. Like he fought against Golovkin and had 2 close fights. The first one was a draw. It could have went either way, depending on what you're looking for. The second fight, he went out there and won pretty good in most people's opinion, but it was still like a 7-5 type of fight. So it was still kind of close. And there are a minority of people that feel like Golovkin won both fights. So when I look at that, and now he going against an opponent that I feel like will beat the shit out of Golovkin, I know it ain't all about triangle theories, but when I look at class, I think the triangle can be applied. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Bivol will beat the shit like people, like all the fighters that people are basing Canelo's skills and greatness on. I feel like Golovkin will beat all their asses. Not Golovkin, but I feel like Bivol will beat all their asses. You see what I'm saying? So
now you trip, man. Triple G would smash Bivol if they were saying, no, I'm fucking right.
Well, I'm talking about if they fought at 175.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Little G don't want to, like, here's the thing about it is, I think, like, okay, so if we want to compare, like you said, that fight he had with Triple G in the first one, and I got to just go off your words and stuff, but I watched Triple G enough, I know how he fights. To me, Bivol is a bigger, better version of him, probably with some more speed. So he, like I said, you're fighting this dude to a draw. So now you got a bigger motherfucker that's 15 pounds bigger, that's naturally at this weight. He ain't no Rocky Fielding who. Can you be a boxer named Rocky Fielding? I mean, you need to be doing something else, making ice cream or some shit. But
Rocky is a boxing name, brother.
But when you put Fielding at the end, and then this nigga looked like he could easily have just went. Like
looks can be deceiving though. You can't just look at him.
No, man, that dude. I already knew he was gonna get knocked out because I seen him in the fight prior to that when he got smashed up. The way he punched, he wide open, and he throws these kind of winging robotic ass, like backyard brawling bullshit fight. I knew that was gonna be trash. I never believed the hype of that. Oh, he 170, all that nonsense. So you got a big man, skilled. Now, the only knock I have on Bivol is that there's people that's been lingering in his division that he hasn't fought and taken care of. So that's the only knock I guess I could have on him, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's the same thing that could be said about Canelo, though. So
yeah, and is it that Bivol hasn't taken care of him, or is it that Canelo just happened to jump his ass up there at this time and decide, oh, I want to pick this fight? You know you're gonna go out. Everybody that's fighting gonna take that money because Canelo represents the bag. But I believe Bivol got it in his mind that I'm gonna take the bag and beat this dude. I'm gonna give him his number 2.
I will give Canelo another one. He's had a lot more activity than Bivol, because Bivol did not fight in 2020 at all, and he had 2 fights in 2021. His last fight was like in November, December. I think it was December. Canelo had a fight in 2020, 1 fight, 3 fights in 2021. So he been active as a motherfucker. So maybe he'll be sharp. But I'm thinking that I know Bivol had the layoff and he didn't fight in 2020, but I think 2 fights in 2021. Last fight in December, I think that should be good enough to where he knocked the rust off. I mean, how many fights do you need to knock off ring rust? 2 fights should be good enough.
Yeah, he's ready, man. Bivol ready. I don't know what everybody else thinking, but I'm gonna stick with Bivol. Bivol is ready. That's just what it is. He ready. I don't know what everybody else seeing or not seeing. Okay, yeah, he haven't used the uppercut that much. But going back to what you said, bro, he hasn't needed to. You know what I'm saying? The competition that he's been facing been right up there with him. But I believe, because I've seen him practicing that uppercut up against on that heavy bag, I believe he's gonna throw that mug at Canelo, and everybody's going to be shocked. I don't know how I know, but I know Canelo ass is in trouble. Simple and plain, just like Manny Pacquiao ass was in trouble.
And I will say this too. This is another one for Canelo that I gotta give. Bivol ain't never fought on this level. And when I looked at them at the weigh-in, he was breathing hard than a bitch when they was doing that face-off. Like, he ain't never had the cameras in his face on this level. That was one thing Mayweather used to say all the time. Say, man, shit, hey, this a whole nother level right here. You ain't never fought on this level. I live on this level. And man, Canelo, he used to them cameras, man. So we got to see what he going to do when them goddamn bright lights come on, too, now.
Now, see, you had to go and say that, didn't you? Yeah.
But I was looking at Bivol. I'm looking at Canelo. Canelo, I don't even see his chest rising and falling because it looked like he just like, well, shit, this is what I do. I'm used to this. But I'm looking at Bivol. Bivol, he looking like, he taking all this shit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some new shit. Like this is a high profile fight.
And I'm sorry, but I'm bouncing off what you said. The killer about that is that now that you mentioning that, I'm gonna still stick with my pick. I saw Ellie Setback talking to Bivol. They was coming close up to the weigh-in. He had on his gray T-shirt and stuff like that with another one of the dudes, and Ellie was talking to him. And in my mind, I wanted to say Bivol was just in the zone and concentrating. But now that you mention it, I do remember looking at his eyes and looking at how the way he was looking kind of deerish in the headlights, and there wasn't anything going on. So, man.
He did one thing, too, that made me want to change my pick down there. Because after the face-off, he was the person that extended his hand to shake hands. And you know what we call that? He wanted to make friends.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so you trying to make friends before the fight and shit? That's the kind of shit that get to me, bro. I don't like all that. But I do know that it's some fighters that don't mean nothing. Like you can look at Pacquiao, you can look at Golovkin even. They just nice guys, they friendly guys. But I don't like them being the first to extend the hand. Like I understand if the other guy do it and they just go ahead and dap them up or whatever, but I don't like you being the first. Like you just had a tense moment because they had a tense face-off. It was intense. I'm sitting up there, I'm looking at these motherfuckers like they was taking that shit seriously. And then after that moment, Canelo turned away, and then you the first person to extend your hand out, shaking hands and shit. Like I don't like that going into a fight, man. But it is what it is, though. That's what he did.
Man.
And I've been talking all this noise, OG, and I just seen that like last night or yesterday or something. I was like, man, come on, don't do me like this, Bill.
Right.
Don't be in the ring like Clint talking about you a great fighter. Am I a great fighter?
Oh, hell no. Come on, man. I don't need the nightmares right now. You would come up with some information late. And I just saw the video that I was talking about. I just saw it today myself. So, damn. I'm going to still ride with it. I got to ride with it because that's what it is. I done ran my mouth. Now, Gil Cole was talking about MZ. I'm going to need that 20 broke down into $4-5 super chats. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, D-Lo 404, Gil Cole, you need those 5 so you can keep the super chat. Oh, so he's shooting slugs too. It's all right. I'm going to take my lumps, but I ain't going to take no lumps. Because I believe, like Trey X just said, some cats are just nice. And Bivol is a nice guy. And he going to put hands on Canelo come time. Sure as my name is MZ Talks Boxing. He going to put hands on Canelo. And me and Trey X gonna sit back and put our feet up on the desk and delegate who get what kind of crow.
Square minutes, I ain't going nowhere, OG. We're gonna go. I'm gonna stay down with the ship, bro.
That's
you
right.
Know what I'm saying? And I think we got action at winning. I'm gonna tell you one thing: Canelo ain't no 10-1 favorite this time. They shot them odds down when them whole opened up. He was like a 3-1 favorite. Now the money done came in on Bivol and they done bet him up to like a 5-1 favorite, but it wasn't no wide eyes when that shit first opened. And 5-1 favorite for Canelo fight ain't even wide eyes. Hell, everybody he fight, he a 10-1 favorite or better. So yeah, odds makers ain't crazy. They ain't trying to just give away no money.
There it is. But you heard me. So
but I gotta say this though, my bad. Let me say this one more last thing, and I'm gonna shut up for a minute. I gotta say, Gil Coles, when he be talking like that, a lot of the time he be right. Like when he start talking all aggressive and shit, y'all get ready to come get your plates, go wash your hands and all that other shit. He be right a lot of the time.
You bringing up too much shit that's leaning the scale the wrong way. We need some of this stuff to stay on our side of the scale. You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna take Gil Cole out of the equation right now, cause he trying to be in my pocket and in my candles, and I don't like nobody in my candles.
Hey, bro, I just got to present the information as I get it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't feel like you want to let go a little earlier.
Well, I just now seen Gil Cole's talking like that, bro. I can't give you the information until I see it. I didn't even know y'all had a bet. But now y'all got a bet and he talking like this. Well, I got to tell you, when he talk like that, most of the time he be right.
You know what? This is the first time somebody seen me lay down a bet. They don't know how my reactions is, and I told you already. The man is nice. I seen him talk before. He nice. He gave me that. He's a nice guy.
He been talking his trash too, OG. Like when he off to the side doing his own interviews, he been talking this shit. So he do sound confident. I just didn't like him being the first person to want to make friends.
That's that. Let me go ahead and shake your hand, because I'm gonna beat your ass, and then you're gonna be mad and you ain't gonna want to shake hands after.
Yeah, we gonna call it that then.
Yeah, that's what that was. That's what that was right there. Gil Cole, I don't care how you put the super chat. Just make sure you say something about MZ in it.
Hey, that was a don't take this ass whooping personally handshake. You know
that's
what I'm
right. I'm gonna take this money they putting up for you, and I'm gonna beat your ass. You won't be leaving from over here talking about, oh, he ran over there and ran through another one. I'm a Russian. I don't stand for that. He is Russian, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He is Russian.
He finna put hands on Canelo.
Then
hopefully Bivol is using that as a disarming tactic, but he does seem super friendly. That's D-Lo 404. Okay, I'm gonna say Gil Cole. Yeah, I added it to my cash. Yeah. Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
I like how no nonsense Bivol is though. When they ask him questions, I was watching the interview with him today, and they were like, "Do you think Joe Smith beats better BF?" He said, "I don't think about this. That's not my business right now." I said, "God damn."
I just like when I think about. Okay, let me ask y'all this question: who is a better fighter than y'all, Andre Ward or Canelo?
In my opinion,
that's
Andre
a serious question. Okay, you think Andre Ward? Okay, let me say this: after all the legal shit that went on with Andre Ward, that Andre Ward that came back and fought Sullivan Barrera and fought Brand and all them guys, who do y'all think is better out of Canelo and that version of Ward?
Ward is still a better fighter.
Okay, so it's just crazy to me that Kovalev had action at beating Andre Ward, because that first fight was like a 7-5 fight, but Bivol don't have no action at beating Canelo.
Not in my heart.
You know what I'm saying?
He got all the action. I'm taking some of the action that I had gave to Caleb Plant and giving it to Bivol. That's how much I'm like, Bivol gonna whoop this boy, man.
Yeah.
Bivol gonna beat this dude. And then everything gonna be everything. Yeah, I see it. Big bro,
who you lead the towards, Decade?
Huh?
I
was asking Decade who he lead the towards, because that motherfucker, the dude with the golden picks.
Man, I ain't did my final breakdown yet, but the thing that had me worried about Bivol when I watched his last fight, he was fighting some, I don't know, I guess the dude was
Salamov.
Yeah, is he like a high level guy?
Only one of them Eastern Europeans, you know, most of the time they be having amateur backgrounds and shit. I tell you, he was dirty as hell. Did you see that video I posted where he hit that motherfucker with that Muay Thai elbow?
No.
Yeah, he hit that dude. He hit Bivol square on the face with an elbow. Bam!
And Bivol last fight?
Yeah, in his last fight against Umar Salamov. He didn't even say nothing, bro. He didn't even complain to the referee. He just ate that hoe and came back with something. That's what let me know that he tough. That was something that I liked about him, because, you know, other fighters be looking all at the referee and shit. They might even get caught with something because they done lost focus. Right. Now, Bivol, he stayed focused on the fight. That was something that I admired about him.
But my thing with Bivol is, man, he be having them defensive lapses, man, because he came in one time on that dude just with his hands down and got hit just with a clean ass straight right. I'm like, man, this not no high level shit right here. So I mean, that right there, and his ability to coast, or his tendency to coast and not really step on the gas, initially got me leaning toward Canelo. But I'm gonna look at some more footage, man, before I make my final pick.
I think the dynamic is different because Salamov is like 6'3". The guy he fought before, Spider Richards, is like 6'1" or 6'2", and Canelo like 5'8" or 5'9".
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what's standing out to me. Like one of the things, anyway.
Yeah.
So I think the dynamic is different when you fighting somebody, because Bivol is not a bob and weave type of guy to be fighting somebody taller than him. His style is really suited for him being a taller guy. So I think he's gonna be more comfortable against somebody like Canelo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think so anyway. We gonna see though, man. Shit.
In just a few days.
Yeah, just a few days over here.
Big bro say, that's an albino cow, bro. I have
Crow.
no blackbird in my phone.
Albino crow, OG.
Oh shit, it do say crow, don't it? I said cow, huh? I'm tripping.
You gotta use your context clues.
No, you didn't just hit me with the context clue. Whoa. Damn, that's I have no blackbird in my phone, so I had to use that one for the crow you getting ready to eat. Wow, bro, shooting shots fired. That's all right. I'm finna be standing so victorious up in this motherfucker. I'm gonna be talking so much noise.
Hey, OG, it ain't no fun if we win all the time. We got to give them one every now and then.
Who said it ain't no fun to win all the time?
Hey,
who told you that?
They don't like you when you win all the time, man.
That's okay. They can dislike me for winning. But this one, I got to have this one. I'm gonna call Bill tonight.
That's why they don't like me, because I'm always kicking ass.
That's
all I do is serve crow no matter what. I can't stand your boy Trey X. You know what I'm saying?
MC said it's certain haters he ain't got a problem with.
Go ahead. Kilo say Trey X paving the road for a real crown Nanza, and Gil Coles is in rare form.
Where you see that at?
Right here, I got it up on the screen.
Paving the road for a real deal crow Nanza.
He tripping. Yeah. What's up, Hyphy? Glad you stopped through. Going on. Harlem Nights handshake.
Hey, D-Lo really salty though, man. Cause D-Lo used to be my partner in crime on the Champ Ross. I go out there and win first. He in the top 10 with me representing. But that man just dropped off the whole map. I just can't find this man nowhere. So I had to go recruit some more help. I had to go holler at King of the Kim folks and holler at the Kane and holler at Gil Coles and get some help, because my sidekick wasn't holding up his end of the bargain. So he just been real toxic towards the Champ Ross and toxic towards me and my pick since then. So y'all don't pay that man no mind, bro.
I feel you. He said, I like people talking as if Canelo doesn't impress him. Okay, I feel you, D-Lo. Help me go with it a little bit. He said, Ward, and all those questions that you asked, King of Kings need to go ahead. King, what you think about what Trey asked about Ward and Bivol and Canelo? Ward being better, if Ward is better to Ward after all the legal traumas and stuff like that, or Canelo, and how Ward have action to beat Canelo, but Bivol don't. It's not like it's a time clock on it or nothing, but any time would be cool.
Who you asked the question to, OG?
King of King.
Oh, he been quiet for a whole minute. He might have stepped out to go do something.
Okay, that's what. Or sometimes his internet do be putting him up underwater. He can't say anything.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My nigga might done drowned over there, man.
Yeah, he be falling out sometimes. Bivol
ate that a life jacket.
And his nose is still straight. He remembered on that one. Gil Cole say, I got Canelo over Ward right now. Well, right now? How old is Ward right now?
Ward right now is 38 years old.
38?
Yeah. He turned 38 February the 23rd.
I don't know. If Ward has been is Ward a gym rat like Mayweather?
He look like he's still in some pretty good shape, man. Most of the time when fighters retire, it don't take too much time for them to blow up. Did you see that picture I posted of Billy Joe Saunders?
Yes, he looked like he been farming or something.
Billy Joe Saunders looking like a real whole ass Billy Joe out here.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It don't take that much time. So Ward being 38, I think he still look like he been in some shape and being in the gym, staying in some shape and watching what he eats still.
I thought Gil Coles was saying with all that Canelo has accomplished, he got him over Ward now.
Oh, I thought he
Just as
was.
far as rankings or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if he meant fighting.
If
No,
they,
we
if
talking about
they,
the better fighter.
yeah, if
No.
they were to fight, I would say Canelo would have a lot on his plate because Ward is crafty and he know a lot of tricks. He used a lot of stuff in the ring. Ward is almost like by any means necessary. I'm a win short of cheating. He'll elbow you. He'll get you on the inside, and I'm puzzled to the fact of how he gets so much torque behind his punches when he's
In the clinch.
clinched up.
Yeah.
That dude gets great momentum on his punches when he go to the body in the clinches, and I think that'll cause Canelo a terrible time because you've never really seen anybody just clinch Canelo up and work him.
I know that's gonna be hard against a shorter fighter with that type of leverage, though. OG, it's easier when you got somebody like Kovalev that's tall and slender and got that long torso. Against Canelo get lower than you, he could be the one putting body shots on your ass.
Yeah, but like I said, I would have to go with Ward because I would give him the edge in the mental battle.
I give Ward the edge. I think he a smarter fighter than Canelo and more versatile. I think he can do more. Like he fought Kovalev one way the first fight, he fought him a whole different way the second fight. I don't think Canelo is that type of a fighter. Like he have his times where he fights certain styles.
Well, a
Like
wise
right.
man told me that you just need one thing you do well, man. It ain't about versatility all the time.
Well, I mean, it's still
I'm just fucking with you, man.
yeah. I'm about to say it's still an asset. Like when I talk about Crawford, I give him credit for his versatility. I say like he's the only switch hitter that I trust with that shit. All the other people that's imitating him and all that, I don't think they. Yeah, I think he's actually better as a southpaw than an orthodox fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that different. But as far as like Canelo, like he'll have his time where he want to fight like Mayweather. So he'll go out there and fight Golovkin and fight Danny Jacobs like he think he Mayweather. He out there trying to be slick and smooth. That shit don't work the way he wanted to. So now he like a walk down guy in the high guard, bobbing and weaving and slip his way on the inside, countering to the body. That's one thing I seen him do that I ain't really seen nobody else do. Like he do a pull counter and go to the body. You know what I'm saying? Most time pull counter, they go to the head. Canelo pull counter, go to the body. So, that's clever. He's a good fighter. We give him credit and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think that Ward is a better fighter though. The amateur background and all that shit, gold medal, the type of opponents he beat, like he beat a prime Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? I got credit for that, man. Even back in the day, he fighting Carl Froch. He fighting against Mikhail Kessler and all them guys. Them motherfuckers can fight. Saki Obika, I know he ain't just the greatest, but he a hard puncher. And Ward went out there and dealt with that shit. He beat what's my man? D-Lo like him a lot. 175 pounder. He fought him at 168. He might have been weight drained. I don't know. But Chad Dawson. He went out there. He was the first person to beat Chad Dawson. I got respect for that. Like I have respect for them type of wins more than the wins that I got respect for Canelo.
It's quite a few of the wins that I just give Canelo full credit for the simple reason he get to shoot up and all that stuff. But I'm not going to brag him on that. I'm going to go ahead and say Hyphy throwing into the case. He said Bivol is just like Laura. If he is not being challenged, he sets it to cruise control for the rest of the fight.
I can see that, and both of them place highly in the AIBA World Championships, and that's a tournament that I put a lot of stock on. That's where me and you get our turn world beaters from.
Right.
That tournament right there. Bivol won a bronze. It was in the youth one though, like Shakur Stevenson won a gold in the youth. And
so he a baby world beater.
He a baby world beater. You know what I'm saying? He a baby world beater that grew up. And Laura won gold in the AIBAs.
See, and that right there, that's just more that now you're giving me some meat to put on my side of the scale to get us back right, because you was hurling me out for a minute. I didn't know which way you. I was like, damn, is he still picking with me, or is he changing his mind around?
Well, I always got to analyze the data. I'm not a heart picker on nothing. Like I would never make a heart pick. I don't never come here, but I will. You know, I'm going with my heart. Nah, except for Wild and I had some other reasons with that shit, but for the most part, no, I'm not picking with my heart, bro. I got to look at the data. It ain't. I'm not making the pick because I hate Canelo.
Oh no,
I
I'm not
don't.
doing that
Yeah, you
either.
know what I'm saying.
I
I don't
really
give a damn
believe
about
that
this shit.
biblical. I see the attributes that he have that make me believe he can beat him. His mindset lets me believe he can beat him. You did kind of throw me off a little bit because it made me think back to the early setback video, like I spoke about, and he did give me that look. I was like, damn, is this moment too big for him? I did say that. I just wasn't gonna tell y'all I said it. But
Well,
yeah,
we gotta consider that though, OG. That's part of the fight.
right,
You know.
right. So I'm hoping he can shake it off and go ahead and live in the moment, because that's what I'm really needing him to do. If he live in the moment, he's definitely going to beat Canelo. And I gotta start looking for him some more. I missed the weigh-in, so I'm gonna have to go and check it out. Or they face off or something they did. I missed it, so I'm gonna have to go back and try to check that out.
Hey, Hyphy asked me a question. He said, "Do you trust Fury and Ennis as switchers?" No, I don't. Like, number one, I don't trust most fighters with switching because that compromises your defense. Your body ain't used to seeing them punches come from that angle, so that's gonna compromise your shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't see Fury doing it enough to where it's gonna build up that trust. Like when it comes to Crawford, I see Crawford literally do it every single fight that he's in. So no, I don't trust it with Fury. And when it comes to Ennis, I think it's flawed. Like he switched too many times. Number one, my boy D-Lo brought up an excellent point that he said that he switched so much. Somebody go on mute making a bunch of noise. But he said that he switched so much that he gets caught between stances and he squares his body up. And that's going to leave him susceptible to some of these good body punches. I kept on saying I wanted to see him fight somebody like Butayev and see how he handled that. A 392 and 8 motherfucker, that's pretty tough. But since he didn't got beat against Stanionis, 141 and 19, Lithuania motherfucker, I want to see what he look like against these type of guys. You know what I'm saying? I think they represent like a step below the cream of the crop. I think that the top guys like Earl and Crawford will beat the motherfuckers. So if you can't beat them, I don't think you got action at beating the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? But I don't trust Ennis, like I said, bro. I see some flaws in that shit. I won't be surprised if he get caught in the switch like Danny Jacobs when he fought against Golovkin.
Well, there you have. Yeah, Crawford is the only one that usually when he switches, he stays in the stance after he switches. You don't really see him switch 2 and 3 times in the fight just for the heck of it. Boots, I've seen him switch at least 3 times in the fight.
In one round.
And I just couldn't get what he was doing it for, because he was already beating the dude easily from the other stance. So him switching, it was mind-boggling. I was like, why would he even do that? You already beating the dude that way, and he's not giving you any resistance. And he switched. So you're right.
And then look, Stanionis proved that an amateur background can help thwart that shit. Because every time Butayev switched on him, he adjusted. When he was an orthodox fighter, he working that jab and shit. When the motherfucker switched southpaw, he started mixing in that lead right hand with it. He adjusted right with it. Like it was like a seamless transition. Like, okay, he orthodox, let me do this. He's southpaw, let me switch it up. Like it wasn't nothing. He done seen this shit several times in his career. So the shit can be kind of maybe even overrated. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the youngsters, they just see Crawford having so much success with it, and they feel like they able to do it, so they just jumping in there with that shit. But I don't think that's the way to go. And I was pleased to see that Fundora, he one of them fighters that do that. He saved southpaw for the entire fight in this last fight. And I also saw what's the heavyweight name? Big Baby from Ohio.
It started with a J.
Jared Anderson.
Yeah.
I saw him stay orthodox in his last fight for the entire time. So that's a good sign in my opinion, because I feel like a lot of these switch hitters gonna start getting their ass whooped. We done already seen a few of them go down already. Butayev was a switch hitter, got his ass whooped. That boy, my boy, primetime little B-Hop switch hitter when he got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And then a few other people like Brandon Figueroa, he a switch hitter. He got his ass whooped. A few of them. You know what I'm
You did
saying?
name that earlier that you thought that this was be about the time for a lot of these switch hitters to start falling off.
I think they're gonna be getting their ass whooped, and they getting their ass whooped by fighters that stand in the or stand in one stance. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say if you going both ways, well, that don't sound right. But if you go in between stances, how can you master one? You know what I'm saying? Like what would you rather be? Would you rather be a B on both sides, like a B on the orthodox and a B on the southpaw? Would you rather be A in the orthodox and the F in the southpaw?
I'm gonna take the BB.
I'm taking the AF.
The
And
AF?
I feel like, yeah, I don't need southpaw, bro. I done looked at Mayweather fight a whole career without switching southpaw for the most part. He switched a couple of times early in his career, but he settled into a stance. I don't need those southpaw, bro. I'll be a F and beat folks' asses as an A-level fighter in the orthodox stance. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Robinson ain't switching.
Yeah, I took that in the wrong way because I don't want to switch stance. I want to just beat you up.
Okay, well you want to be the A and the F then. Like, bro, we ain't got to be switching just because everybody else switching, bro. If we look at all the great fighters in the past, man, they ain't switching stances except for Marvin Hagler. You'll see a couple here and there, but for the most part, we looking at the kid Gavin, Sugar Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Joe Louis, Harry Graves, Sam Langford, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather. I could just go on and on and on. All the fighters that did it and did it well without having to switch. Now, all of a sudden, that's the thing to do. I think they're going to start getting their ass whooped. Because if you ain't an A-level fighter on either side, once you start fighting somebody that got some A-level shit going on, they're going to beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
It's coming. It's coming. Like you said, B-Hop was, I would say B-Hop was took the worst loss as a switch hitter because, like you said, once he started getting beat up and he had no answer for it, he didn't even shell up. He just retreated.
Yeah, Butayev ain't too far behind him though, because Butayev, Radzai Butayev, the 392-8 guy, I was pretty high on him. But even though he was a switch hitter, I was still high on him. But Stanionis, amateur background, and plus what I saw him do against Jamal James. He went out there and stopped Jamal James. He was the first person to do that. And he put a hell of a performance on Jamal James. Lead right uppercuts, lead right hooks and shit. It was pretty. You should see that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck I was about to say? I forgot what the hell the point I was about to
say. You was going to say that his butt whooping was just as
because Stanionis took his heart. He didn't shell up like little B-Hop or try to run, but he just, you could tell his mind got taken out the fight. Like he wasn't out there doing everything, like staying focused. He was doing dirty little shit. He was doing little shit that looked like he might want to get disqualified. And that's another form of quitting if you're trying to get disqualified, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like he got his heart taken like little B-Hop, but he just responded to it in like a different way.
Right. Okay. I feel what you're saying. We jump in the chat and see what they're talking about, see if anything going on. You see, Kovalev was still crushing back then, so there was serious concern that he could KO Ward.
Exactly. And then what'd he do? Go out there and drop Ward in the second round. Had all us holding our breath.
Yeah, but Ward got up and shook it off and went to work.
And a lot of people feel like he still lost that fight. I think he went out there and won the fight, but it was that close of a fight that you got half the people thinking one thing and the other half thinking the other thing.
They ran it back though to leave no doubt. And what he do? He made Crusher quit.
Made it quit.
So it was no doubt that Ward was and is the man at that division when he left. He left the game at the top, 32-0. Second best record as far as third best record as far as BoxRec is concerned with Floyd, Rocky Marciano, and then there's Andre Ward.
Yeah. You say you about to get in the chat.
Yeah, Bibble ate that elbow nose. Let me see. Bibble is like Laura. Didn't I read that already? Control for the rest of the fight. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to say. D-Lo 44 says, "Man, I'm proud of y'all, fellas. Proud of all y'all fellas. I fell off, but I'm still glad to see y'all doing y'all thing." And y'all know he talking about the champ, bro.
Now, I'm just talking shit to him, but he has been a little aggressive lately. He been sweating up and shit. I don't know what's been going on with my boy D-Lo.
He making a move. He gonna make a move. Big bro says, "Stop it." Everybody knows Ward is 176 years old. Come on, man. Don't do Ward like that. Ward is only a year older than Bill. It'll be.
They my age. I'm 37. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know how old Ward is.
37. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and his birthday is the day before my dad's. That's how I know his birthday.
Okay, so you are on point with that. I was wondering how you spit it out so easily.
Mayweather the day after, because his day the same day as my dad, February 24th. Yeah.
So D-Lo say that now Haddon is talking about making a comeback. Haddon who? Ricky? Man, stop it.
Yeah, don't even do that, Ricky.
Man, stop it. Boy, I don't see him coming out there doing nothing except getting the pure dough beat out of him. For real. Ward took a punch from B-Hop and Roy. He was nice with it. Possibly, how if he said, possibly some of these guys just don't have the ambition to close the show in fashion. Could he be talking about the switch hitter staying on one direction?
What did he say again? He say some of these guys just don't have the ambition to close the show in fashion.
Right.
I don't remember. We might have been talking about something. I
agree. It's like some fighters have an instinct. Oh yeah, he talking about the switch hit. He was.
They talking to each other, OG. That's they conversation.
Okay, well, okay, hold on.
See, when they say at this person,
yeah, I got you. MZ, I feel like you low key almost blocked Gil Cole for mentioning them candles in the bed. Yeah, you're right. He almost took an L. He almost took an L with that one. I'm like, wait, hold up. So what's up to Javier? No one beats Canelo today. Yeah, well, we gonna see. I think Bill will gonna beat him. That moment should be okay. Here we go. That moment should not be too big for a guy with that level of world beating on the global stage.
That's what I was thinking, but he didn't reach the pinnacle of the amateurs. The pinnacle is the Olympics. And Oscar De La Hoya, he say that like there was never a bigger stage for him than the Olympics. So that was good training for him going into the big fights for him in the future. Bivol, I think he went to the Olympics, but he didn't medal. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that he just went to that big stage and went out there and crushed it. I mean, he did experience it, but he didn't crush it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure he was an Olympian. I got to go look that shit up. I don't remember reading that he was though. Like what round he got eliminated in or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to go get back into my research.
I feel you. D-Lo say Fury does that shit. Oh, yeah. He does that shit against motherfuckers like Tom Schwartz. He talking about the switch hit. Yeah, I seen him do it against Tom Schwartz, but he didn't just do it a lot. You know, he didn't do it a lot. He stayed on one side till he got with what's his name? Sugar Hill. Then he pretty much stopped doing it. I don't remember him doing it too much after he got with Sugar Hill.
Yeah, I don't really see him doing a whole bunch of switching. I see him switch every now and then.
It said, did y'all see how Delorme caught Boots with a nice one right before the ceiling came crashing down? Delorme, isn't that the shorter kind of guy?
That's the one that Boots in is hit with that looping right hand, and Delorme said it was a rabbit punch. His last fight.
Oh, I don't remember the punch. I have to go back and look at it. I don't remember the punch at all. I'm sorry, Boots fight, it just didn't stick to me like that. I just figured that he would win that fight. I haven't really seen him in the ring with the step up dude yet, in my opinion.
I give Boots Ennis some credit for beating the Lorme because the Lorme was like 140-2 as an amateur. And he gave a tough fight to Terrence Crawford before Terrence Crawford put that 3-2 on his ass, but that was at 140, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see Ennis fight some better and bigger people now.
Yeah, time for Boots Ennis to step up.
Hey, I think he fighting somebody that's bigger and stronger in the next fight though, that Castillo Clayton. So that is
He just fight Clayton.
There's a lot of fighters in the 147 that he like the Lipinets shit and those type of fights. That's over with. There's enough dudes in there that are. I mean, shoot, he could fight
Stan Jonas after this fight. That's what I want to see.
Nah, he fights. That's what the young guns are supposed to do because, like you said, that it's getting to a point where it's too many of them in there. And they got to start taking care of each other. And yeah, that would be with them being on the same network, that fight could be made. And that would really, if he beats Stan Jonas, then to me it's gonna be like similar when I saw Shakir win this week, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's for real. Because that is not an easy fight. That's not an easy fight for nobody. Stan Jonas got heart, and he got skill, and he fight, man. So
we shall see.
Yeah,
we'll just see.
I'm not interested.
Go ahead.
I'm personally not interested in this Castillo Clayton fight. Cause didn't this dude just draw with Lipinets and then he beat the fuck out of Lipinets in his last fight? So then he gonna fight the dude who drew with him.
I don't think that was a righteous draw though, man. I thought that Clayton won 7-5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. No. I was just like, I didn't watch that fight.
Yeah, we called that fight. We called that fight on the corner. But I have. Yeah, somebody back going crazy. But I have heard other people say that Clayton hasn't looked good in fights since that fight, though.
It's still
we think he's going to dispose of Clayton easily?
Because it's not a step-up fight. That, to me, is a lateral movement fight. So it's like...
Yeah, I agree.
And that's low-key what's irritating because everybody's on this, he has all these skills and this and that and blah, 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 and he can switch. And look, man... You got to fight somebody that's going to make it so they don't give a damn about none of that shit. Every fight, there's Toledo, a motherfucker with a bunch of losses care about is coming and whooping your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's fighters in there like that. You know, before he been getting beat up, you know, like a Jesse Vargas type dude. Or what's the dude from Chicago that beat up Amir Ahman? It starts with a G.
Oh, you talking about
Granados?
Granado.
Yeah, a Granados type fighter. Let's get something like that. Somebody that's rugged, you know, a Guerrero, how he was for a rugged ass dude that he might not win, but he gonna make you fight him, and you're gonna have to see if you can get through it. But this fight, I'm like, this is a lateral movement, but maybe a step down. I don't know. Like
you talking about Adrian Granados?
I'm talking about Adrian. Adrian Granados, the one that I seen.
Boosa beat the soul out that boy.
No, I ain't talking about him actually fighting Granados. I'm talking about Granados.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that type of.
You know like the matchup when we found out about Granados when he fought Amir Ahman, who was the guy that was coming up at 140 and he fucking stopped him. That type of dude, you know, the guy don't really see what you made of. And Cassio Clayton or where they have some man, where the fuck his name?
Hey man, let me say this on his behalf though, bro. The dude is a pretty strong motherfucker, and he seemed pretty durable. I think he can at least go some rounds with Boots. I don't think he's gonna get taken out in 2 rounds. I could be wrong, but he is like a bigger welterweight. He got a little mobility, so he can get out of danger if he need to. And he do got some basic boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see just no major glaring holes when I saw him against Lipinets, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's rough? At least a.
Is he a rugged type of fighter?
I mean, he Canadian, bro.
Oh man, right there, you just lost me. Canadian,
saying, bro. It's only
man,
Canadian,
come on,
bro. Go
the last
slack,
Canadian
bro.
fighter that you do. Oh damn, I got it.
Hey,
he don't count.
The greatest fighter of all time, they say, come from Nova Scotia. That's Sam Langford. So cut the man a little slack. But he seemed like he was rugged. Not rugged, but he seemed like he was durable,
slave, bro.
He seemed like he was durable.
Yeah, I'm understanding. I don't need somebody that's gonna give him rounds. I need somebody that's gonna give him a fight.
I think he'll punch back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
he won't completely get his ass whooped.
I think that for me,
like
this
in
is
a
the way.
boxing
But
match.
this is what I've been saying. I want to see the man get deep into the fight. We haven't even seen that. So if he can go out there and take in his 8 or 9 rounds, mission successful in my opinion, bro. Because we haven't even seen that yet, bro. The Ennis is taking people out in 2 and 3 rounds. I think Lipinets, he went the most rounds. How many rounds Lipinets go? About 5?
5 at the most, because I don't think Ennis has been 6. I think that's his thing. He hasn't been to 6 rounds.
Yeah, if the motherfucker get him to 8 or 9, shit, God forbid 10. I think that's mission successful, man. I'm happy with Clayton if the motherfucker do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he fighting back a little bit, not just running and surviving. You know what I'm saying? He actually trying to win.
If he stretch it out, but we get a chance to see what Ennis gas tank look like past 6, that would be a plus. That would be something that you can check off, because the next thing you're looking for is a 10 to 12 rounder.
Hey, he throw a bunch of punches. Do we got the gas tank to go out there? All that fast Superman ass shit that they doing the whole time, talking about jumping on you with all these 3-4 punch combination, then coming right back with something, then coming right back with something, then coming right back with something.
Right.
Is he gonna have the gas tank to do that for 12 rounds? I do want to get closer to finding out about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the saying that they say? The fight don't start until after the 4th round.
Yeah. That man very active, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want like you said, we need to maybe he do got the durability to drag.
Well, that's why. Hold on, but I ain't saying this fight. You know, the fight that I've been calling for is him versus Stanionis. That's the fight I wanted. Me and you agree on that, right? He durable and he gonna fight back with hell. That's what we want. But I ain't just tripping on Castillo Clayton right now. But the next fight, I want some shit, some step up shit. I want some Stanionis, or at least Butayev. I'll take Butayev, bro. I know he just lost, but his style make fight. He might come back and look better against Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see him fight them type of guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hyphy said, for the foreseeable future, all these slick upcoming talents are going to try to fight like Mayweather, combined with being a switch hitter. Yeah, it's going to get a lot of them knocked off.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
None of them can
Jack
fight
and
like
many trades,
Mayweather.
a master of nothing.
Hey man, both Mayweather and Crawford got something that'll get your ass beat if you don't know what you're doing. That's a shoulder roll and that's a switch hit. So if the fighters is combining that shit, it's gonna be some ass whoopings going on.
Fucked up.
You're right though. Somebody gonna be laying it down a lot. Dilo 404 said, Primetime got his nickname, both his nicknames, repossessed after the last outing. What was his?
Primetime Little B
and
Hop.
Little B Hop. Oh man, that's terrible to be a fighter without a nickname, and you had 2 to start out with. Okay.
I called them both of them too.
Oh, he talking about
Primetime Little B Hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we need for him. We need somebody like that to come in there and see if pull a motherfucker, see if he got a skirt up on there like Lil B Hop had. And that dude, I seen that shit coming, man. Then talk too much. No, talk too much. Then when you got tested, ran around like a little bitch.
Who you talking about, B Hop?
Yeah, baby B Hop or whatever.
You
don't even know. But he don't even know. I don't even know how he got a nickname like that. You don't even know us. Don't even know fucking Bernard for real. Get out of here. Don't get a name and there ain't nothing about you B hopping except for your ass hopping up out the round when you getting your ass whooped.
Hey man, cut him some slack, Debo. Cut him some slack.
Man, I ain't cut, man. No. I cut slack for the rope. God damn it.
Damn.
Rope. Wow. Okay, switch hitter or not. Cobra.
King of Canelo, man. Kinfolk, man.
Yeah.
I hate old Cisco looking niggas like that. I hate that shit. I can't stand that shit. I hate when dudes
it was for
do
a
that.
Cause, my nigga. It was for
nah, man. He did that before that, man. You tell me that's the first time he did that to his hair?
No, he every time he does it is for a cause. Like the last time he did it was for autism, but like he do breast cancer awareness. He do mental health awareness. That was the green. I can't think everything off the top of my head, but every single one of them was for like a cause.
Well,
Oh,
you
our
and him
sister
gonna start a
Lala D
goddamn
in the
charity.
house.
God damn it.
What's up, Lala D? Glad to see you in the house. She's saying what's up to everybody.
Gia, what's up to
La la D.
Man, that boy D-Lo say, damn, Trey X is old as fuck.
I think D-Lo like 5 years older than me though, so
Yeah, Bob Sapp.
Damn. Let me not even say anything. What's up to Eric? Oh, he in the house. Glad to see you coming through. He said, do Bibble got enough pop to keep Canelo off of him?
oh yeah, I think he got enough pop.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue. I think he
That's
got
not
enough pop to hurt the motherfucker.
Say it again, because I've been saying it. I know I've been saying it. I've been saying that he gonna be able to do his thing against, but nobody want to listen to me right now. And there's a lot of variables at play right now to make people have to sway and take their time and say, I'm gonna make my pick like 3 hours before the fight start and stuff like that. So I understand what's going on right now. But yeah, Bibble could hurt him. He can hurt him. Let me say it enough times. He can hurt him. Gil Cole was a shooter. Anybody want?
Hey, somebody got some
You gotta
shuffling going on.
speak it, believe it, receive it, and all that.
Is that?
Hey man, here we go with the shit. All right, go ahead, man. Y'all trying to warm me up. I was coming in here chill. Then
What happened?
I don't know, man. Ain't nobody speaking believe it. Nobody believe. There only one person said that. This shit's over with. Nobody else thinks like that.
That's what he said. He got to say it again. I was just asking if he doing the speak it, believe it, receive it shit.
Who you talking about, Bibble?
Nah,
Oh no,
MZ
you
just said he
talking?
got to say it again.
Oh, you talking to me with the? Oh, why? I
Yeah,
thought
He
you
I
was
was
jumping
asking
on
if that's
you. I
what you're
tried to
doing.
defend you. You ran up out the cool.
No, I ain't going nowhere. I thought I heard shots going across the bow. No, I ain't got
Nah.
to repeat it like that. I'm letting you know this is how I feel. I'm just letting you know
Okay.
I'm standing on what I'm saying.
I thought you just trying to speak the Bivol knockout into existence or something.
Nah, but I do believe he's gonna drop Canelo. I do believe he's gonna drop him.
It'd be lovely to see, but I would love to see Canelo get dropped. Have we ever seen Bivol get dropped?
Nah, he got hurt real bad by Joe Smith
Joe
though.
Smith?
Yeah.
But he persevered.
He hurt him at the right time. He hurt him at the very end of the round. He had Bivol visibly shook, but Bivol came out the next round and boxed his ass up. You know what I'm saying? So I like the way he responded.
That's right.
Hey, somebody got some shuffling going on, like background noise.
I have no background.
Got a lot of activity over there. A lot of activity.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Eric R said I could see Canelo, but a reckoning is due, and I aim to collect. Okay, he sound like he's shooting
Damn,
out.
man. If Eric R and DeCane vote for Bivol, I'm gonna have to change my damn vote, man. Y'all messing me up. Who DeCane got in this fight, man?
DeCane ain't saying.
Oh yeah, he ain't revealing. He trying to be secret sauce in this bitch.
You gotta
It ain't
take
even
Eric
that.
R.
I just ain't done my final analysis yet. I gotta look at a little. I ain't looked at no footage, man.
Hey,
So
the picks is due by Wednesday by noon, so get it done, bro.
This nigga.
Nah, I know damn well about to be at Thursday at 9:30.
Hey, I was gonna tell you too. You got to take Eric R with a grain of salt because he got convinced by me.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
He said he got convinced by you.
yeah.
No, it's cool if we all pick Bivol, then I won't lose no points. All of us.
Yeah, he said in the chat last time, he was like, "Damn, Trash, you got me leaning toward Bivol down there."
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, Trey.
We helped Marlo out last week with the damn Liam Smith pick.
Oh, I got that nigga to third place, didn't I, man? Look how I support my boy, man. Got him third place on the Channel Raws, boy.
Wait, so Marlo was picking. Who was Marlo picking before y'all started selling him?
He was gonna pick Martin. I had to sell him Liam Smith.
Cause I bought it up because I had Liam Smith myself. So I asked Trey for his analysis, and Trey broke it down and had made Marlo change his pick.
Yeah,
my thing about that is the reason I just went ahead and picked that is because I just looked at the activity. He has a little more punching power. I just really thought I think it was at 154. So I was just like, nah, against Vargas, you're gonna lose this fight. Now I didn't pick the knockout. I should have. I wish I would have thought to do that, but I didn't.
Yeah. I just picked him because I saw Liam Smith stop Fowler, and Fowler is a much heavier puncher than Vargas. So.
Yeah, and I was just looking at the layout for Vargas, and I'm looking at the style of Smith. The way he come forward and got some underrated boxing skills on the inside and all that shit, toughness and all that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was gonna be too much for Vargas, man. And plus, he been active too.
Yeah. And it was too much for him.
Which one of y'all over there with all that background noise?
I thought
Yeah.
somebody was in the car or something.
That's what it sounded like.
That was the name doing that.
Master Rod, ain't it?
Yeah, it's him.
I thought he had been on mute for a minute.
Nah, that's me.
Nah.
I'm driving.
I'm
Oh,
on
that's you.
mute.
It'd be
I'm
either
still-
him. It's always the same suspects. It's either this always definitely D-Lo. He number one mess up a broadcast, and then the King, and then sometimes
It ain't me,
the
man.
King
Mine's on
of
mute.
what
I'm
you.
on mute.
My bad.
Oh no,
my bad.
I know I was
boy.
messing with you, but
Broadcast crasher, D-Lo.
yeah,
Nah,
this
that's
should
the
be
Kane.
this.
Cause the Kane to get to typing on keys and eating on pizza and all kind of shit too.
Hey,
so
you
don't
been hearing
cut
this
him
in the
out.
background? What the fuck is this nigga doing? He got an old school typewriter. That bitch.
For a minute.
Get his
Yeah.
next thing he gonna say. But I can't talk because I be having background too, you know. I just slipped a few times.
They be outside of your control most of the time, like your family. But every now and then you'll slip up, you know what I'm saying? But not like these guys. These guys are every live stream, they do for one. Every single time.
Premeditated.
Look at the Kane got it going on right now. The Kane, you gotta go on mute, bro, if you ain't talking.
Yeah, what the hell you cranking up over there? God damn, mad scientist.
He coming from the car to the house.
Yeah. You can't just post
Yeah,
them.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. My fault.
Yeah.
X said Trey X definitely put together a good case for Bivol, but Russia's been taking L's in the ring. Not this time.
Yeah, every bet is independence of the previous, bro. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can't strain that shit together like that. Hell, I could say Mexicans been taking losses. Hell, Valdez just got his ass whooped 9 rounds to 3 the other day. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
And he looking like he was about to cry.
And that's Canelo stable, babe, too. Ain't it? It might be a trend that's about to go through that camp. Yeah, they gon' Canelo. He done showed him how to get his ass whooped. Now he gonna show him how to handle the loss.
Hey, Valdez, they said Valdez was acting salty as hell tomorrow. You supposed to be down from why you even have me fighting this dude? It's just like, what?
Hell
like,
no.
like they having all kind of problems, man. It's bad. It's bad business over there. But nah, like I said, he went out like a G. That fucking punk ass announcer tried kind of excuse that he kept it real. So salute to Valdez to taking his ass whooping. But it just clearly show when you ever see, like, they just need to keep it 100. Like, I don't know, like, everybody understands it except for the people you brainwash. You didn't want the smoke because you knew what was going to happen, and we seen what happened to you. That's what's going to happen to most of these dudes that be avoiding these fights. Now they try to chase his ass up to 100. Yeah, the Kane look over there.
You got to go on mute, bro. We keep on telling this man the same thing. You have to go on mute when you ain't talking, brother.
My
We
fault,
ain't
man.
trying
My
to
fault.
be rude, you know.
Yeah, man, you embarrassing yourself, man. I just can't look, man. After the show, we're gonna have a talk, man, because this is some bullshit.
Why King of Kinfolk always gotta have something, man?
That nigga goddamn clown, bro. That nigga King of Kings is a fool, man. That motherfucker be having me laughing. Like when you talking about when he said, I don't even know if you saw that on the picture or what, but when y'all posted that picture with Bo Mac and all them stats and shit, with him eating them Big Macs and all that stuff, and then King talking about against vegetables, no contest. Boy, I laughed like a motherfucker. Because against the Big Mac, it was a TKO. Against pizza and chicken and shit, it was a knockout, first round knockout. And then against the vegetables, no contest. Boy, that shit killed me.
Hell yeah.
Well, your ass a damn fool.
Comedic genius is what he is. Comedic genius. Man, I can't wait to Saturday.
Are you looking forward to the fight? You looking forward to a Canelo fight, OG?
It's a fight. Now that we've been talking about it so much, I'm ready to see him fight.
I just can't believe you looking forward to a Canelo fight.
Okay, let me put it like this. I'm looking forward to a Bibble fight. How about that?
Already, that's
Oh,
what I'm
there you go.
talking. Yeah, Bibble time, goddamn.
And you say that, man. So he's like, hey, yeah. Can't wait.
I don't even know what Master Rod talking about.
Hey, but salute to him because the energy was there.
The energy
Yeah.
there, he said,
Even though it was a little
can't
creepy,
wait,
but it's
can't
cool.
wait.
I can't
wait.
wait. There you go.
Already, you know, I was just thinking that too, man. You should have hit that shit with your tenor or your baritone on the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he came out sounding like a straight cartoon. I don't know what's going on with that.
It sounds like he got him something over there rolled up. What you smoking on over there, Master Rod?
Yeah,
Hey,
what you
man,
got?
I was smoking on that gas, man. Shit, that gas is strong and good, man.
I already knew it. Enjoy it, my brother. Ain't no wrong with it.
Salute, man.
Put your feet up
Already.
and just relax.
As a matter of
Yeah,
fact, cheers, nigga, because I'm over here hot with you.
yeah, I know. I hear you in the background.
Hey, man, but we got a lot, man. It's this shit, man. We damn near getting spoiled as boxing fans, man. We got so back to every weekend, man. We went from them weekends where we was like, God, there ain't no fights. Now it's just boom, boom, boom. 3 weekends in a row. Some shit that I gotta chill. And whatever with the Rolly fight, whatever. I know people think, but I like the energy. So if he go get his ass whooped, then so be it. But I like at least he think he ain't gonna get his ass whooped.
Hey, forget about Charlo and Castano.
That's what I'm saying. That's the fight. That's, to be honest, these next 3 fights, that's the one I really want to see, because I'm just wondering how it's going to pan out. We're going to see round 13. Is Charlo going to do him like he did Harrison the second time, or Castano going to adjust, or he just going to put? I mean, you don't know. It's still
I got Charlo stopping.
You say what?
I got Charlo stopping him.
What round you got?
I don't know about all that. We'll
there
think
you go.
about that.
You gotta have details, man. You can't just stop them.
I'm say late though.
There you go.
9 or later.
I think so too. I think he's that Charlo, that was the one opportunity he was gonna have to beat him. But it's still, like I said, look, undisputed fight, man. I mean, this is like, think a few years ago, we were like, damn, that we damn near about to have back to back
running over with undisputed fights from the women league and the men league. And what's up to Lala D, sis? What's going on? She said, social scientist. OMG, congratulations on first place. I just saw the results.
Oh man,
Appreciate
man
that,
been
sis.
kicking ass. I gotta give it to him, man. That man been on a war tear. He been getting a few tips from his boy Trey X now.
Nah.
Damn.
Hey, he just shot
No,
that guy.
Yeah, I know I'm just fucking with you, man. He been on this shit, man. Representing. Hey, he ain't the only one though. Eric Carr been on his shit. King of King, Gil Cole's been, you know what I'm saying? I've been on my shit too. Hell, I'm top 10 with y'all niggas. And I'm about to make a move. Y'all lucky that we only got 10 fights this week. Soon as we get 15, that's when y'all gonna see me shooting for the stars on y'all ass.
I gotta get some. I haven't had a extra points since like a couple split decisions and stuff. I gotta start getting those, man. And I be missing these knockouts. Like, what's the young Olympic dude? I miss his knockout by one goddamn round. I was like, God damn it. Yeah, I was like, damn, man. And what sucked is, though, it looked like he could have did that around earlier. He let me get my guys, but I'm gonna reach out to him and tell him, hey, man, when I'm on Champ Ross, you gotta do what you need to do.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And I'm tripping because I should remember his name because my nephew is named Keyshawn.
That's fucked up, man.
That's but the bonuses is what's been pretty decent for me this season. So that's helping me stay up in there, you know what I'm saying?
Helping you stay afloat.
Yeah, because I've been getting a few of them bonus rounds.
Eric Carr saying undisputed in his B-Hop voice. Glad he didn't put a little in front of that B-Hop. King of Kings would have went crazy.
Hey, man, let the young brother shine. Look at B-Hop. Now, Eric Carr be in there representing too, man.
Yeah. Trey mentioned it. He mentioned it.
Yeah, he was talking about me putting people's whole government names on there. Like, dude, I like to write their whole name out, so I don't want to hear no confusion. I got that from the trivia because I like that we be doing the trivia and people be throwing out the last name, but I like to know the whole name and try to figure that out. You know, so they start calling them by their whole name instead of just him and this that. You know what I'm saying? I want to know the whole name. That's what you always say. Sometimes you give hints and it's the goddamn initials.
So, a nigga that don't even participate in the trivia got a problem with the trivia. Well,
that's
a ghost smelling ass, nigga.
No, I just gave it props. What? Damn, y'all so used to me shitting on people. Y'all even know what I gave y'all a compliment. God damn.
King of Kings come in here and be like, hey, good job, nigga. Why you gotta be sarcastic?
Yeah, for real. You know, I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, elevate me, try to know the whole name and really know these motherfuckers from the trivia. And this,
but I give you the whole name after they say it, though. I don't just leave it at that. I always say something. I might even shoot you a fact about the motherfucker.
Hey, I get at least one question right per week. That's it. Now,
hey, bro, I just saw that as an opportunity to talk a little shit, man. Don't even worry about it.
Man, some bullshit.
How about he asked the question? I can't find it. I think it was something to do with had anybody heard something about Canelo turning down a grip of money to not turning down a grip of money when it came down to I think Earl Spence or Charlo or somebody like that.
It's Charlo and I think Benavidez, but he had two offers on the table at the same time.
There it is,
the zone one. So yeah.
She said she glad he turned it down for now. Eric, she was asking Eric, my bad, I jumped out of the business. But it's out there,
No, I don't know if Spence was in there. And to be honest, man, let's stop trying to send dudes to the massacre. He's 100. I'm not saying that he can't be no Canelo, but he talking about 147-pounder fighting 175-pounder coming up in his next fight. Now they're both the same size. That's easy work, but.
Now I did see something where I read it. I didn't watch it. It was one of these reputable channels where they were saying something about him turning down a fight at catchweight at like 164.
For real? Man.
That's what I read. I'm just saying.
I saw that too.
Dang,
but I didn't go to it. So that has been floated out into the atmosphere.
That's like a dark horse fight.
What's a dark horse fight?
Earl and Canelo.
You really think Earl got action against Canelo?
I ain't saying this. I'm not talking about the win or lose. I'm saying it's a dark horse fight as a next fight for Earl. I got two dark horse fights. One is Jamel Charlo, and the other one is Canelo. I want to see Crawford, but I can't know for certain what a man gonna do. To me, it looked like that's the fight he wanted. He keep on fucking with Crawford all on the social media and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but those are still my dark horse fights because I see a little bit of energy behind them.
Well, I don't want him to dark horse until after he deal with Crawford and take care of that. And I know Crawford, Lala D is team Crawford too, sis. He had already drew the line.
Well, the dark horse is an underdog pick. So I think that the Crawford fight is the favorite as the fight that's gonna get made. But I think those are some underdog picks. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I'm
just saying that Crawford fight don't happen. I'll be so salty. I won't even want but we got Canelo and Earl, and I'll be so salty. I'll be like, man, yeah, I won't watch that shit, but I'm streaming that, bro.
You'll be mad at first. You'll be mad at. I'm telling you, you'll be mad at first, but as the fight get closer and closer, I think you'll probably
come around.
Yeah, that's true, man. Because if first of all, like I said, if that did happen. And Earl fucked around and went out there and beat him, I'll be like, man, this shit. And it's not like that's outside the realm. The only thing that, like you said, this brings any pause to me is the size advantage and the juice. So I was gonna hey man, let's keep it a buck. This nigga he has a rule that allows him to take juice. It's no different than AJ's testosterone exemption. And nigga, you 20-some years old and you got a low T count. What the fuck? No, that's the juice.
Yeah. People could beat that. Eric say appreciate the mess of compliments in his Treg's voice.
Yeah, I gotta give you props, man. I'm still coming to put hands and feet on your ass in this Chan Ross, but I'll give you props that you're doing your thing right now. It's
That's
12
how
weeks in this shit though. It's
that's
only been
how another champ's supposed to represent. They supposed to scream it out like this. Scream it like you're supposed to, champ. Go ahead, say what you need to say.
Hey, OG, it's only been 3 rounds of a 12-round fight.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
The fight don't really start till the 4th round.
Oh, shit, it's about to go down. Don't even worry about it.
I ain't worried. I ain't never worried. Hyphy say Earl has absolutely no action versus Canelo. Not enough power, strength, or footwork.
I was thinking that though, but if you look in the history of boxing, when you have a fighter that's like at the catch weight, the fighter that's coming down in weight at the catch weight, a lot of the time they lose. I don't know if 4 pounds away from 168 is enough. It might be, it might not be, but that is something that's interesting to me. And if I was Earl, I'd be trying to get that bitch as close to 160 as possible. I wouldn't even just be settling for no 164. Fuck that. I'm trying to get your ass 162 or something if I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't gonna come down too much closer to where those other boys is because you feel like they done trapped it.
Yeah, all fighters ain't like Donaire, where they can just drop down and wait and get the whooping some ass. For the most part, when you see like a Chad Dawson going against Ward, or you see Sean Porter did win, he came down in the catch weight, but like thinking about Pacquiao going against Cotto, Pacquiao going against Oscar De La Hoya, these different fights, from catch weights and shit. The fighter that's the smaller fighter wins most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, keep it a buck. I hated that Chad Dawson had to do that. I hate it. Everybody, oh yeah, he called him out and he did that, but that's just because he was getting no shine at that division, and he's putting some good work in. He was a good fighter, man, but that was a disaster. And speaking of people coming down, Canelo, even though it was just a couple pounds, Floyd beating him up. So
I gotta ask this one. Lala D asks, MZ Talks Boxing. I made a video but didn't post it yet. Wouldn't you love to see Shakur versus a move up Gary Russell Jr.? That would be so fire. What do you guys think?
I'll go ahead and start it.
I think Gary Russell, at this point in the stage, he'll get beat up. Not beat up, but he'll get outboxed. His arms is too short. Shakur is a lot. He's rangy, especially for Gary Russell. He good on his footwork and at controlling the distance. He showed that with the way he put that arm out there on Valdez throughout the whole fight. He'll be placing shots to the body like Gary do. I believe Gary will be able to get in every once in a while. He might have a little success, but I don't think he could beat Stevenson. I think Stevenson would be a little too sharp for him, too young, too big, too strong.
I think that I agree with you. I think Gary Russell Jr. get his ass beat. And the fight don't really make sense for Shakur to me. Like, I don't really see the point of it. I mean, it is a good name, but it's a good name from the division below you. It don't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's not. I don't see it giving them any kind of shine from it. And like I said, there's a level of physicality I noticed from Shakur that I think he'd be all over Gary Russell, and then they'll be like, oh, he was too little and a bunch of bullshit, and he already lost to what's his name and the damn Filipino nightmare.
I think people want to see Gary get his ass whooped because he did all that noise talking previously with Devin Haney and all that. I think people still kind of might want to see Gary go up there and get beat up. It wouldn't be for anything except a pride thing and a name thing, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like Gary, what would be in it for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wouldn't be nothing there. We're always trying to get Gary to fight somebody because Gary, like I said, with his once a year ass and just I don't know, he has his reasons or whatever, but it's like Shit, don't his brother? What division is he fight in?
135, isn't it? Or is it his brother in 135 or 140? The
His
one with the
brother's
little
at
afro.
140.
140.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think the fight it's good for Gary. He get action at being a unified champion at 130. I think that's good for him, but for Shakur's end, I don't think it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Bob Arum said that he don't want to see Shakur fight against the other champions in the division, though. He said them fights ain't gonna sell shit. They got
said,
one.
Fuck unified.
Yeah, he did. He said that's what he said. He said, fuck that shit. Fuck unifying them belts.
Mad motherfucker. That
salty.
old salty. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Tell to mix up something to break that spell that is allowing Bob fucking live forever, because that shit, this motherfucker, man. God
Hey, you
damn.
need to go tighten up the screws on your Wi-Fi box, man. Every now and then they stinging your ass where your shit ain't just sounding clear.
Sound like
I think that'd be your phone, man. Hold on, let me mess with
I'm about to say everybody else sound clear though, my niggas. I don't know.
Look like a mug. It sound like he going under the waves every once in a while.
I was thinking that shit too.
That's fucked up, man. Hey, that's fucked up, man. You cut me deep.
You're in the shallow water right now, bro. But I'm just letting you know before you get to the deep end. You know what I'm saying?
Quickly. So Eric R say now Gary Antoine Russell and Shakur would be a hell of a fight down the road. I want to see Gary Antoine Russell fight. Cool boy.
Oh yeah, that'll be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, like down the road it would be. Both of them, Gary Antoine Russell, real gritty. He fight. And Shakur is like a matador, but I could see where he would get gritty if he needed to, but he seems to be smart enough to not let himself get caught up in that trying to be brawling type stuff. He strikes me as being smart enough to I listen to him say, shoot, I'm a box and not get hit. That's what it's about.
Gary Antoine Russell like one of them Aaron Pryor type motherfuckers though. Like he make you fight. It's hard to go out there and look classy against somebody like him, man. I don't think you're gonna be able to box a smart fight, a clean fight against him. He gonna get up in there. He a straight pit bull. He ain't gonna beat Jerron Ennis 3 times to 1 loss, 3-1, without having something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right on that.
That's true.
First person to stop Postall, even though I felt like it was premature, but he did rock Postall and had him hurt. And
he could have let Postall go ahead and take a knee or fall down. They could have let it go ahead and go through that.
And let me get them 10 points, you know what I'm saying, on the Chan Ross. But, you know, that's another story for another day. But I do think Gary Antoine Russell probably should be favored over Shakur. That's just my opinion.
He is the bigger man. He is the bigger man. You know, you gotta put that in favor of him. You know, Shakur will be moving up, and he has a good background as far as, you know, who he got under his belt in the amateurs. Because I think beating Boots is not a small task at all, be it amateurs or the pros.
It's a fight that's on my mind that I told y'all about. Keyshawn Davis versus Eleanor Obrego Moth in the 2019 AIBA World Championships. Obrego Moth is a high-paced southpaw, kind of like Russell, and he made Keyshawn Davis. It looked like they was fighting in fast motion. I thought that they sped the tape up, but when I looked at the referee, he was moving in regular motion. So that let me know they were just moving that fast. And Eleanor Obrego Moth was pushing the pace. I think it would be hard to fight 12 rounds like that. You know what I'm saying? And Gary Antoine Russell is better than Obrego Moth. I know we talking about different fighters, but I like looking at styles. So if I'm looking at I'm looking at Gary Antoine Russell fighting against Shakur, he gonna speed him up. I'm talking about he gonna take that shit and like put him in a fight. Like the whole time. He ain't gonna be able to post up with him and get to thinking and all that shit like he was doing against Oscar Valdez.
Right.
Like the things that Valdez was doing successful, Gary Antoine Russell is better at it. Because like the Russell brothers, they got this certain move. It's the double straight left hand. I sometimes might call it a 22 or something when I'm calling the fight, you know what I'm saying? But I always refer it to it as that Gary Russell shit. Because they throw that double straight left hand. That lead punch against Shakur, I think that's gonna give him some problems. I know it's coming from a southpaw stance instead of an orthodox stance, but I think the way he double up on it and he uses that to close the space, and when he get on the inside and he start going to the body with them body shots and shit, I'm talking about the whole time. When he get on the inside, he working. All that posting up in the shell and all that shit, that's not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So I would favor Gary Antoine Russell, man.
That's a good analogy all the way through. Can Stevenson mind game keep up with the fast pace of Gary Russell with that kind of pressure? Because I watched him when it was post style that he was fighting, and he was getting in there and he was closing ground fast and working on the inside. So that's a lot for him to have to counter with his mind, to think of and be able to make adjustments on the fly. So yeah, I feel what you're saying on that. That's an interesting fight. Very interesting fight. And I don't know if it would be nice to be on the horizon, but for right now, I'm happy with where everybody are as far as the smaller guys go. Eric R says Bob sounds like he wants Shakur to get the fuck up, get the fuck on, and move up so he can get those belts back on Valdez. Well, it don't look like Bob can really make Shakur move in any kind of certain direction because he's not like the main person in helping Shakur's career go. I think that's James Prince, the rap-a-lot legend from Houston.
I think they agree with Bob. Because Shakur didn't have no problem calling out Henry. He didn't have no problem calling out Valdez. But after that fight against Valdez, he was like, he'll fight whoever. He didn't call out them other champions. So I think that he in agreement with whatever that's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that he knows enough about boxing to know who the other champions are in his division. And I think if he really wanted to be undisputed, he would have been started saying their names. But he didn't.
So maybe he don't feel like he can make some money with it.
Yeah, maybe shit.
But we don't really too much interest ourselves with the money thing over here or at Marlowe's corner. I don't know. We just think about how the fights might go. And that one, that Gary Russell and Shakur later down the road, very mouth-watering fight. Eric Gar say, what do y'all think about Shakur boxing with his mouth wide open? I think it's a flaw that can be corrected. I don't think it's something that's good that a fighter should ever do, because I believe you should always have your mouth closed and breathe it through the nose until you throw in your punches. Am I correct? When you throw your punches, you should be breathing in, breathing out through the mouth, exhaling with that punch. So I think it's something that it could have been for a lack of respect for Oscar Valdez, because after he got to a certain point, he looked like he got comfortable enough where he wasn't too much worried about Valdez to me. Even though he did take that right to the face a few times, it wasn't enough, in my opinion, from what I seen in the fight, for Shakur to really look like he was worried about it.
Well, I mean, a lot of times that should just be a sign that the fighter feel relaxed off in the ring. Yeah, there done been times, I ain't gonna even lie, I done had my mouthpiece hanging all out my mouth and shit while I'm in the ring. Get your mouthpiece back in your mouth. And I don't even be thinking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's an excellent defensive fighter, so he's not taking punches like the average guy is. So he feel comfortable to just be relaxed and shit like that. But it's still a mistake. It's a flaw. Like if you look at Rigondeaux have his mouth closed like a fucking steel trap the whole time he off in the ring, like just a consummate professional. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, for right now, it might not hurt Shakur too bad because he's young and got reflexes. But when he get older and the guys, his reflexes ain't the same when he fighting good guys, he might get caught with something and pay the price.
That'd be a terrible price. You get your jaw broke like that. Shakur or Haney? Gil Coles asked the question. I believe that'd be a very, very high skilled chess match. Haney's the bigger guy, and but they both good boxers. They both good boxers. They both believe in hitting and not getting hit. Shoot, that's a hard one to call. That's really a hard one to call. It would go all the way down. I don't know if you would get a knockout for the simple reason they'll be trying to box so well and gauge distance with each other and trying to make sure that they got the better angle on the inside. All this kind of stuff will be going into play. And is Shakur left-handed?
Well, he's naturally right-handed, but he fights as a southpaw.
Okay, so they'll be fighting for that lead dominance and everything. So
I think he would be a better fighter as an orthodox fighter, though, in my opinion. I wish he wouldn't have been trained to fight southpaw, but that's. I guess they feel like they give them an advantage in the ring. I mean, I'm a big fan of lead hand dominance. Well, not dominance, but like lead hand education. You know what I'm saying? So you can maximize that by putting your strong hand in the front. But me personally, I just feel like he'll be better if he just fought as an orthodox fighter.
Right.
In that fight, man, I'm not, because I was thinking about the other day, because when they're talking about him moving up, Tank, whatever, he don't got. As far as like literally talking about somebody about to be undisputed, I think I got Shakur in that fight. There's certain things about Haney, like when we talk about people getting hit with certain shots, his defense to me is not as good as Shakur's is. It's just not. It's kind of in between developing. He's got excellent boxing, and to be honest, I think that way Shakur got probably a little more power than him. So, I don't know. Look, there's Shakur does. I noticed, like I said, I was very impressed, and like I said, I wish Valdez would have showed up a little bit more so I could have seen exactly how consistent he could be with that. But Shakur is good at changing his look, and somebody saying he was moving back. No, when he was moving defensively, he was making a sharp angle to the opposite side, to the right, over and over again. And so I just think he got probably a little bit better footwork. So yeah, I would definitely take shit. Shakur would be my favorite going into that fight.
I mean, let me tell you something, man. There's no way that I could take Devin Haney over Shakur. The reason I became a Shakur fan was after whooping Devin Haney's ass on them 3 sparring videos.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I would feel like the dumbest person in the world if, after being such a big fan of those videos and becoming a fan of Shakur, because the way he put hands on Haney, especially in part 3, that most people didn't see. But I was fortunate enough to see it before Devin Haney's dad made Dante Boxing Nation remove the video. And it's been scrubbed off of all the internet. Like, I have not seen a trace of this video since that video had to be taken down. But I would feel like the biggest dummy on earth to turn around and take Haney after seeing him get undressed the way he did against Shakur in that video. Like it was special, y'all. I'm talking about all right, this is the way that the videos went. I ain't gonna never forget them. You can find part 1 on the internet right now. And that's a close one for Shakur, but you can still tell that Shakur is the smarter fighter. Part 2, Mayweather starts talking, and he starts talking to Coach K Karoma, and he starts asking about Shakur Stevenson, and he say, "Well, I'm gonna make Shakur my fighter," and that lights a fire under Haney, and he comes out, and I think he takes part 2. You know what I'm saying? Just off his straight aggression, he was the bigger man. He was too physical. Shakur, he had like a little child's body. Well, not a little child, but he had like a teenager type body. And Haney had like a slightly more mature looking body, and he used that to his advantage. But part 3 was a whole different day. And Shakur went in there. Part 1 and part 2, he was hitting them with 2-punch combinations. He came back in part 3 with the eesh. I'm talking about he just kept on lighting this dude up with 3-punch combinations, bro. You know how he throw them 4-3-2 he stabbed him to the body, and bro, it was a massacre. I can't just say it was a massacre like he stopped him, but it was so one-sided though, bro. Like I couldn't take Haney over Shakur.
And that's
Oh,
I definitely agree with you. Because I had forgot about that already happened. But Shakur just to me the other like I said, Haney, I still like they're both still developing, but I think Shakur is like you said, the difference in those earlier fights was Shakur was not in his man body. He's he's got in there. He's physical. You're not going to be able to just muscle him because he's a teenage kid anymore. And like I said, he just with that confidence of knowing that type of work, I think he probably tries to go all over Haynes. Now ain't gonna be a stoppage or nothing like that because both of them are too smart for that. But I can see him winning that fight like 8-4, straight up.
now I'm looking at the video right now, Trey, and you're right. This dude is
Hold on,
touching
OG. Let me point out one move that he do that you're gonna see in the beginning. You might have already saw it. He touched him downstairs with a jab, and he made Devin Haney look down, and he raised him up with a left uppercut real quick. Did you see that part?
No, I haven't seen that one. I don't know if this that video because I'm on session 1.
Well,
I saw
it
the
is.
one with
It's session 1.
okay, so they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, it's in the first round on the first video. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to watch these videos every day. Like they were motivation for me. Like working out and all that kind of shit. Like I was inspired by this kid in this video. I was telling motherfucker, man, this Sugar Ray Robinson great grandson. They be like, for real? I'm like, nah, I'm just bullshitting. But he can fight like a motherfucker.
Ooh,
Though,
that was nice.
Did you see what I'm talking about?
Yes, that was nice.
That's why I say he's too smart for him, bro. He just naturally too smart for him, bro. I can't take him over here. And that's just part 1. He that one's still kind of competitive. You should see
quick on this boy, man.
Bro, you should see part 3, the one that Devin Haney's dad made him Dante Boxing Nation remove. You should see that video. Nigga, I'm talking about it's a massacre. It's a massacre without a stoppage. Like Devin Haney did not know what to do, bro. He like you don't see like a classy blue chip type guy taking 3-punch combination. Like even Earl, he ain't known for a defense, but Earl don't take combination. You hit him with 1 punch at a time. You hit him with that one shot, then he'll get his hands up and start bending at the waist and trying to get out the way. Devin Haney was taking flush 3-punch combination. Wop, wop, wop. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah. Just checking out if they careers stay on the path that they going, yeah. I can't go against Stevenson. I can't go against it.
I know it's just sparring and stuff, but come on, man. And look, Mayweather.
But it's a clear difference.
That's clear difference. That's why I say you can see he's smarter than him. And they got Mayweather watching too, so it ain't like the motivation ain't there because Mayweather is ringside at that moment right there.
Yeah, I saw that. I also saw that when you said he was talking and he must have mentioned the part about he gonna take Stevenson. And I heard Stevenson talking about that too, but man, he putting that stiff arm in that boy Devin face and everything. Devin, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. About the and like I said, I don't want to be knocking on because I'm riding with him, and that's my brother Devin Haney. But there's things. It's like, kind of like where I say a guy is doing too many different things. It's like he ain't completely. He kind of does the shoulder work, but he hasn't mastered it. Like nowhere near like you should, and it's just like so. It's just it just isn't fluid. A boxer being fluid, like it's something to say about that. Where it's just the nature. Floyd hit in the midst with his head turned to the side, and this. It's just this. Like I wake up doing this. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to practice thinking about it. I just started doing it. And it became second nature, like muscle memory,
Yeah, I was thinking muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory. And I feel like Haney at times, like I said, that's what, and I don't like shitting on people because they got a good thing, but I think it would did him some good to stay around the older Mayweathers a little bit longer. Because you can still see his defense is still in development to the point of having not even an identity. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's going to be a nice fight. That's why I'm saying they better quit trying to rush this dude up there because it's going to be a problem. Let him go ahead and unify 130. He's young. He ain't like this dude is 28, 29. Well, he's like 22.
Devin Haney?
No, he's talking about Shakur.
Yeah, he a little older.
He's like 24, ain't he?
You got Keyshawn 23.
Like he's showing old man. He been in the Olympics for like 10 years in a row.
Man, leave that man alone.
No, he only been in the Olympics one time, bro.
I was fucking with you. I'm thinking about the Cuban dude.
I think he been in the Olympics one time.
Let's see how old this nigga is so I can be more accurate with my assessment. He's 24. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So that's still 2 good years to go ahead. Just beat up the little Japanese hype job down there and the other little dude. Get undisputed and go ahead and go up to 135, where I don't know if Haney and them will still even be there. Josh Taylor hey, this is speaking of fighters and undisputed. Josh Taylor should have ran that shit back. I know like this fight he should have ran that shit back because, dude, you got beat. And you should need to silence people. That's the one thing that people could say. Mayweather only took like a couple of damn fucking rematches, but when people say he got beat, he did go back for the smoke.
I went and watched that fight again though, and I left with a different opinion. The first time I thought he did get beat, but when I went back and looked at it again, it looked like Catterall was a kid on the playground standing up to his bully, and he was scrappy. But I didn't think he did enough to win. I scored a 13-2. I mean 13-12, 113, 112 for Josh Taylor when I went back and watched it again. I ain't saying that Catterall don't deserve a rematch, but I did feel like Taylor pulled it out in a close one when I watched it again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he deserved a rematch because only Taylor could say that. But Lala D said, they say Shakur liked the comment that stated Shakur would not have had a close fight or lost to Castillo. Shakur too soon to be throwing shots at Mayweather. Well, maybe not. Okay, he said that about Mayweather.
Well, I expected Valdez to show up and do a Castillo type effort to see if that was true. And I'm sorry, we can say what we want, but that Mayweather generation, the fighters is just better from top to bottom. So it's just like it is. You can talk a lot of shit, but you ain't got the names. Valdez is not no Castillo at all.
Thank you for saying that, because too many of these cats.
Yeah, not even goddamn close. I'm sorry. Castillo, man, has put this mother. I've seen this dude that like this. Do not get it twisted. The Valdez is not even in the realm of this guy. So please stop making that comparison, because he would never have went out like that. He would have did something. He would have hit Shakir in the nuts or something. He would have just stepped back and got folded up the way he and this outbox and outclass. You would have known you fought me tonight. I'm gonna get close and headbutt your ass or do something. Not just sit there and get whooped and go sit in the corner, forget my mouthpiece. The hell out of here.
Again.
Hey, Castillo got out there with a few brothers too, man. I think he beat Stevie Johnson and a couple of other motherfuckers.
Well, you can only fight who in front of you with what your era had to offer. That's all you can do. You can only be judged by that. I hate to try to judge the athletes, be it basketball, football, baseball, boxing. Because it's almost unfair. Because you can look at yesteryear and be like, man, these dudes were some killers, and today,
yeah, but MZT, we're not the one doing it. He's the one doing it. He's the one doing it. I don't need to invoke Castillo I don't need to invoke Mayweather to give you your props. Shakir, you're your own fighter. I'm not going to say you're the next Mayweather. You're the next Shakir Stevenson. And he's the one who keep invoking his name. So, if you want to compare yourself to him, I'm going to compare your fight to the one that he brought Castillo's name in relation to Valdez. So it's not that I'm trying to say, but that's the truth of the matter. So if we want to do a comparison, you would have had a rough time with a prime Castillo. Let's just be real. A very rough time. Because whatever you want to say about Floyd, at that weight, Floyd had way more punching power than you got. And you got decent power, but Floyd had some power at that division. So
wasn't he a champion at that time?
Who, Castillo?
No, Floyd.
Had he already beat?
Hell yeah, Floyd Gennaro.
Oh, he had beat Gennaro
early in the motherfucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he was already a champ, because that's right, over half of his career was spent at championship status.
Shit, like over a quarter of his career, probably more than that. Not a quarter, but 75%.
Yeah, I was about to say,
the other way around. You know what I'm trying to say?
I
How many
hope
fights
so.
did he have? How many fights he had when he fought against Gennaro Hernandez?
I want to say it was like what 15, 16. No,
No, it was up close around there.
Yeah, because he fought that one year. He fought one of them years. He fought like a gang of times, and just racked it up. You know, he was talking about that taking like 10 G's for a fight, but just to keep on getting busy. So yeah, that's who I like when I was sizing up this fight the other night. That's the kind of fight that you're thinking about. Like, well, I guess his comparison fight would be like against Herring, you know, an older, long-time champion. So, you know, I guess that would be like, so if you want to compare the steps and stuff like that, and like I said, he may not have great competition, but I don't think he really, like I said, I think he's just a young kid, don't know no better. He
feeling himself.
Yeah, he don't know. He don't really understand. You know, there's a different type of grit. You know what I'm saying? Boxers was really trying to get it out the mud.
So I just want to make sure.
I think he's trying to sell himself too, and like, you know, be the next superstar. Because these cats, a lot of them get accused of not talking enough, not saying enough. So when he come out and say stuff like, "I believe I would beat Canelo if we the same size," and all, I think he just be talking just so he make headlines and shit sometimes.
Yeah, he bringing that villain energy, man. He trying to do that.
Yeah.
Like even when he was quiet, he's like, I beat Eddie Reynoso and Canelo. Like he already know the fighters he got at that weight and what their demographic is, and he trying to be the villain. He trying to get people pissed off.
But he was right though. He did beat them. He beat Canelo.
It sounds like LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
Talking about his kids. That's what it sounds like. They gonna be better than Jordan. I'm better than Mayweather and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look how that worked out for them. Didn't it work?
Worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Very well, if you ask me.
Yep.
So Lava D said, "Yep, I checked. Shakur will be 25 in June." Okay, so he is 24. Eric R said, and the pretty boy will have closed the show on Valdez in 4. Well, I don't know.
Facts.
I'm sure he would have put hands on it because he had that reach. But I just want to throw this out there and make sure, so we all in agreement that Bill will gonna take care of Canelo this weekend.
No, I'm undecided right now.
Yeah,
I'm
just gonna say what everybody else ain't gonna say. I'm undecided.
The boy Key say, no. I don't remember saying anything like that. Yeah, I'm just boomeranging to see if he's gonna catch anybody else coming on in. Want to go ahead and jump in the dinghy before the ship go up under. You know, I'm trying.
Hey, bro, we ain't got to beg him to join the winning side, OG. Don't even worry about that.
Hey, I'm just trying to throw him a life raft. I don't want to see some of my family people drown.
Oh, here we go. The Caleb Plant freaking group is in here talking shit. Whatever.
Hey, man, I can accept this Caleb Plant situation. I really can. You know, Trey X let me know, like I said, in the 12th hour, that his gas tank was faulty.
Man, that just mean to me you ain't never everyone in his fights you fell asleep after the 4th round. Consistently was doing that. so I was always a problem. And with the clenbuterol that makes you be able to fight 15 rounds and then go home and make some tacos, you can't beat this. He's not gonna get beat. I'm sorry.
People got this, baby. And Trey X, you can get ready for the super chats to come on through from Gil Cole that night. Read them loudly and proudly. Make sure that you pronounce the MZ words that you have to use. He gonna have to think of something.
I ain't in there, man. I appreciate y'all though.
Shaq Foster. Isn't he at 130? What is he? 130?
Oh,
He's a little dude.
Yeah.
He a little dude, right?
Yeah, you like 130. 130, ain't he?
130.
Yeah.
Okay, so he floating around in there with Shakur. How far down the rank isn't that the guy that they caught when all the glove gate stuff was going on? The guy tried to cheat him with some gloves that weren't padded correctly. Is that the same O'Shaquie?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. He went out there and beat the brakes off that boy.
That fight don't make no sense for no Shakur. He ain't about to fight no ass old Shacky Foster.
He's still a prospect.
I don't know if he's a prospect, but he already got some losses. And I don't know what the fuck he is.
He been trying to get some big fights, but don't nobody want to fight that man, for whatever reason.
Risk and reward, maybe. He one of those kind of fighters.
Yeah, probably that. Like he been like every time somebody get like some recognition at 130, he be like, yeah. He'll be calling them out and shit. But I remember what cracked me up so bad about that is like Shakur's last win. He was just like, yeah, good win. He didn't call Shakur out, but he called everybody out. Lil B-Hop, everybody. He been trying to get that Lil B-Hop fight forever.
Little B-Hop in his weight class. Shakur. Oh, they Shakur in the weight class too. I'm tripping.
Yep.
Little B-Hop is pretty much out of the conversation. I guess that would be a good fight for him. He should go fight O'Shaquie. Maybe get his confidence built back up.
I don't know if
confidence gets ass whoop again.
Yeah.
Yeah, O'Shaquie, that's gonna be an interest. Yeah, that like you said, that they both got a couple L's on there. Yeah, go ahead and make that happen. Start buying for position when Shakur gets undisputed and moves out the division.
Yeah, because Little B-Hop, I don't know. I think I would have tried to get him back in the ring as quick as possible. Shake that loss off. Hurry up, have short memory. You can't think about that. You just can't.
Here's the thing about it though, MZ, is because it like that determination is based on why a dude lost. Did he get outclassed or did his heart get broke? And when motherfuckers get their heart broke, you gotta do. You have business like if he had got outclassed and it's like, oh, you just got to work. Let's go back to the drawing board. No, they're literally looking at you like, is you a fighter for real? Like, what was you doing? So,
oh yeah, he do got chicken fixings, don't he? I forgot about that. He got the little chicken spot.
Like Shakur said, he got heart problems.
That's a good way to put it right there.
You're stupid.
That's a great way to put it. Hard problem.
We got a heart palpitation or something.
Man, can you believe it? That Katie Taylor Serrano fight, I went and check back in on that fight. And Katie was like, she had Serrano like following her around the ring. And every once in a while, she would stop and pot shot her or catch her with a quick 1-2. So I ain't mad that she won. I'm not mad that she won. Serrano did have some good moments in the fight, and like you guys said, if they had been fighting 3 minutes, I could see Serrano have stopping Katie. But the rules are what they are right now, and she got the win. So
yeah.
What weight do they fight at?
They at 135. Well, Katie's at 135. Serrano is kind of stepping up. To me, Serrano is bigger than Katie Taylor. I don't care what she say. She just got that Jared Hurd effect where she able to cover a lot of weight in fluctuation. But I think she's a bigger person than Katie personally. But
she didn't look bigger in the ring that night.
So you didn't think Serrano looked bigger than Katie?
I didn't.
You see that tree chunk ass neck that girl had on?
Yeah, I didn't think that either. I looked at Serrano, her arms and all that shit. She looked slimmer than Katie to me.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I thought she looked like a much bigger person.
No, wrong fight, bro.
Katie looked like the bigger fighter out there. She used a good game plan. She fought off the back foot. At times she got caught up in it, but she used the real estate of that ring quite well.
Yeah, that's the comment I was gonna make.
I was watching some broadcast. Somebody was talking to Sergio Moore, and they said that Katie Taylor got leg problems. Like she got cramps in her calves and stuff, and that's why she was standing up between rounds at the beginning of the fight.
They mentioned that earlier but see, I felt like that they were trying to give her an excuse because they thought she was losing. Because prior to that, before she came out, they was like, this is going to be the healthiest she came out. It's been about 2 years since the calf injury and all that stuff. So nothing was nagging her or anything like that. For him to say that was strange because they had spoke on it before she walked out and said that she was all good.
Yeah, that nigga Sergio, I don't know what the fuck, man. The zone is the worst. I thank God for Trez because man, he didn't call that fight, but shit, man. I be trying to tell y'all, man. I be like, so it's between him and Tim Bradley and something. I'm like, man, if we didn't have you to listen to, I probably have the TV in silence, just be watching the fight because they don't know shit about boxing, man.
Nigga, how the hell you gonna say Timothy Bradley don't know shit about boxing? These motherfuckers been champions, bro.
No, I'm talking
Tim Bradley.
look, Tim Bradley, look, I'm talking about as far as sense of being respectful of the game. Tim Bradley say whatever fucking the damn script tell you. He won't speak up about anything. You know, and Andre Ward used to be that way where he would say stuff. But like I said, there's some rules in there where they can't say what they like. Some of the shit he was calling during the fight, it's like, dude, like you can clearly see he's just trying to lean somebody. He got a narrative he's trying to keep. To me, that's as good as you not knowing shit about boxing. If you're gonna sit there and try to push that shit on anybody watching the fight, they see what the fuck you saying ain't true. So that's what I mean. So yeah, he could be world champion. He could be world champion, but when it comes to announcing, it's Sergio Mora was a former world champion. But
you gonna hate on the brother getting paid, saying what he got to say to feed his family?
Man, hey, we all know full well that low key ESPN is like a very racist ass organization. So I mean, fuck all that. I know they gotta stay on code, they gotta do whatever, but that's on code. They gotta stay within the confines of the rules. But shit, damn,
Sometimes
man.
I think Bradley might let his bias get to him a little bit. But I think that could lead to because he used to be a fighter and he looking at it like what he would do. Could be that. So I won't hold it too much against
Now Bradley, ever since when he lost, when he won that Pacquiao fight, I don't care what nobody says. In the books, he won that fight, and then them motherfuckers was shitting on him. He been trying to fit in ever since then. Like ever since then, doing a backflip in the fucking fight and everything in a rematch. Man, like come on, man. So that's what I'm saying. That's the type of shit. So it's like it's aggravating that's even more reason why I'm saying they don't know shit because they are boxers and they know better. But then some of the stuff they blurt out is just completely ridiculous.
Yeah, they're only human. They're only human.
What the hell,
Man,
Craig? Turn your camera. Craig, man, what the
I'm in
hell?
the kitchen. I was trying to come
Yeah,
off
what you in there cooking some chitlins?
Man, listen, man, when you not on the mic,
oh my
you got
bad.
to go on mute.
Trying to say, I was trying to say glad to have been of service, but I'm off of this motherfucker.
Yeah, boy, they're crazy. Good one though. He came back with a good one. So man, it's 11:06. I'm gonna go ahead and loose the crowd that we had gathered together tonight. Anybody got anything that they want to say before we fall to the back and say goodnight?
I'm about to go here and make me a bowl of cereal.
I'm in this bitch cooking right now.
I'm finna make a pizza. You know how I do.
There we go.
Pizza, cereal.
Shout out to everybody who came through tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mixmaster Rod. Appreciate you, MZ, letting me come through. Chop it up.
Terrence
Gotta be
Crawford gonna
good.
get his ass whooped though.
Man, he gonna deal with Spence, and y'all just gonna. Man, I ain't gonna gold y'all like I did last time. You know what I'm saying? When Wilder got beat, I'm gonna be nice to y'all this time.
Why he?
Hey, man. And when after this fight, when Bud Crawford becomes the announcer, I'm gonna be like, that's your fault.
Wow. Master Rod, why don't you go ahead and play something so we can call it on a night?
Hey, kid, man, I'm sitting here listening to you guys, man. I'm telling y'all something else, man.
Take us home.
I'm going to keep with it all day, bro. Here we go.
We go harder than concrete. Me and my partners get smoked out. Ice chest full of beers. Shit, this the dirty south. Fuck being down and out. We in this bitch trying to stay alive. Peace to you, my nigga. I see you trying to get your money. 3 7 for life, and I fuck with it. You better show your fans straight. You don't break a baby. Standing up on all teams. All teams. It's on the team. Same day, same shit. All across the bitch. No matter where you live, hold it down. Shout out across the Southwest side. Make your time straight all day. All day, all day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, all day, where it's real and it's no face. All day, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, all day, making sure that the fam's straight. All day, all day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, all day, where it's real and it's no face. All day, real shit. All day, trying to stay.